Welcome back to another episode of the Matt Kohrs Show, where today, the belle of the ball, the star of the show, the sparkle in our eye happens to be Bitcoin. Bitcoin, as I'm speaking right now, hitting 60,000. We're literally like, what timing? 60K. 60000. It is moving. It is grooving. It is ripping. If you're missing out on Bitcoin, I don't know what to tell you. We've been talking about it. We've been talking more about it. We've been talking about why with monetary policy, inflation, it was mathematically bound to do well, and it is moving. I mean, the gains in my account, it's enough to bring a grown man to his knees. So obviously, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin. We're going to be watching it throughout the day. There are some other things we should be getting into. Obviously, GDP report coming out in about 6 minutes. So GDP report, some earnings updates, some market updates, but it feels like today's just going to be like a Bitcoin watch day, honestly, because it is just ripping like no other. So congrats to you guys. If you've been dollar cost averaging, if you've been hodling, if you've been trying to explain to your parents and your grandparents and your siblings why this internet money is the next best thing, because you deserve it. You deserve it. So a couple things we're going to be getting into. I know we're starting early. Obviously, we're going to be doing the trading competition at Market Open. We're going to be doing some robot trades. You guys send in some reacts, and who knows what we're going to get into. All I can say is really, I hope you have on your tiger shirt. Any large cat-based shirt, large cat theme shirt, it's a bit of a celebration. It is obviously a bit of a celebration, so I hope you are ready to go. Now, before we really rip into everything, obviously, get a cup of coffee, dude. Just let's get ready. You got to get some of that caffeine in your system. We got to get ready to rip. So enjoy your cup of coffee. And today, it just so happens that we have the perfect sponsor, 1775 Coffee. Obviously, shout out to the company. Very much appreciate you sponsoring the channel, sponsoring the show, and being a partner here. So if you guys are looking for some coffee, don't buy any of that name brand stuff. First of all, it doesn't taste that good. And second of all, you might as well support a company that legitimately supports you, your investments, the people you care about, and in this particular case, freedom of speech. Now, I know I'm holding up a dark roast right now, but I want to be transparent with you. I'm actually drinking a medium roast, so I don't want you guys to accuse me of, promoting one thing, but then drinking another. I haven't had the dark roast yet. Right now, I'm still working on my own bag of the medium roast, but as soon as I break into this one, I'll let you know. But I have to say, medium roast, thus far, pretty freaking good. Now, if you want 10% off, it is pinned to the top of chat. It is in the description of the video. Start your day off the right way, or your afternoon, or your night if you're going to have a late night. Basically, whenever you want to have caffeine and stay up and just like rage on, let's just say for 24/7, you're watching the Bitcoin charts, well, you're going to need a little something to stay up and get some coffee. Check it out. 10%. Use the code Matt, pinned to the top of chat in the description of the video. Let me place that over there. And with that being said, let's take a little looky-see at this. This is the daily chart on Bitcoin. From the point that I started the show until now, it's gone up another $700, $800. When I hit start, it was just crossing 60,000, and now we're up another 1% from there. So that's something. That's absolutely something. If you want to take a little looky-see at the 15-minute chart, pumped all night, flat, pumping again. We almost just tagged 61,000. Remember, the all-time high is 69,000. This is crazy. This is beyond crazy. This is wildly crazy. So some exciting stuff going on there, but 61,000. I mean, you got to watch Bitcoin. You got to watch Ethereum. You got to watch Coin. You got to watch Mara. You got to watch Riot. There's obviously going to be some related sympathy plays. I mean, look at this. Coin is up another 6% in pre-market right now after gaining $5 yesterday. It's now at $2.11. So Coin just absolutely ripping. Now, if you look at the Bitcoin miners, Mara ripping 3.8% yesterday, up another 8% this morning. Riot, everything in the cryptosphere is really looking pretty good. Impressive. Obviously myself, you guys know me, I'm mainly in Bitcoin. I have Bitcoin and Ethereum. If you look at my crypto wallets, that's what I'm in right now, Bitcoin and Ethereum. I was actively trading coin. Historically, I have actively traded Mara and Riot. They're just not necessarily my cup of tea right now. I mean, look at this. ETH is going at 3.3. What's ETH's all-time high? Probably something that I should know. All-time high on ETH is 4.8K. So we have ETH exploding. This is the weekly chart. Obviously, RIP took a hit, consolidating, now breaking out. Bitcoin, similar situation, actually closer to its all-time high. You know what? We might as well just set an alert here, just because you never know how froggy things are going to get today, tomorrow, the next day. So we might as well set an alert just to know if we take out, what's this? The high, at least according to Coinbase, was exactly 69,000. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So we're going to be getting more into that of what's going on right now. Why is this happening? What's the potential? But before we get there, I do want to let you know that we do have a bit of a macroeconomic report. Dude, I have so many tabs open today. Oh man, lots of tabs open today. Wednesday, February 28th, we are going, this should be coming out. Let me reload this because it's coming out at 8:30. GDP report, the gross domestic product, coming out in about 1 minute. So everyone buckle up for that. Obviously, we have some macroeconomic event things. And if you don't think this is really intertwined with crypto, you got to pay attention, because part of the reason crypto is running so much is because of what's going on with the US, the debt, the deficit, the interest payments. It is all very much intertwined. So we should give this a very, very quick listen. Hopefully our boy Rick Santelli is coming online, and we're going to get going from there. With respect to the equities market, stock futures fall Wednesday as investors await fresh inflation data this week. The remainder of the week, not just this GDP report, but we have some inflation stuff coming out as well. All right, the volume's on right now relative to where we closed. The SPY's looking a little bit weak, so is the Qs, but Bitcoin is Rip City, and then other ones are Rip City as well. I mean, look at Coin, look at Mara, look at Riot, just moving. All right, apparently they're on break, which I don't know. Isn't this what they're paid to do? All right, let's get this report. Let's see what's going on.
There's some news out on Disney. Let's get to Julia Borson with the latest. Julia.
We don't want Disney.
Melissa, Disney announcing that it is creating a joint venture in India. There's been a lot of speculation about how it was going to manage its India assets. It's just announced that it is going to be creating a joint venture with Viacom 18, as well as Reliance Industries Limited. That's the giant media conglomerate based in India. Now, is part of this deal, the transaction will be valuing the joint venture at $8.5 billion.
Give us the GDP. What are you doing?
Industries is going to be investing at the closing $1.4 billion. The joint venture will be controlled by these three companies, with a 47% stake controlled by Viacom 18 and 37% controlled by Disney. So Iger saying in a comment here that that this is a really key way to take advantage of the opportunities in this market. I just want to point out that this does address some of the issues of the lower performing assets that Disney has had in India
care
versus
about this
the higher
right now.
performing streaming assets here. Back to you.
All right, Julia, thank you.
Meanwhile, Rick Santelli standing by at
the
Rick, in Chicago.
give us it straight, Rick.
The numbers, please.
Here we go.
Yes, this is our second look at fourth quarter GDP. Our last look was 3.3. We lose 0.1%. It now moves to 3.2% on consumption. Exact opposite.
Coming in, real GDP revised. It was expected to be 3.3, 3.2.
Dropped a bit. Instead, it increases to 3%. 3%, that's solid. And if you recall, 3.1% was the final Q3 of last year. So we're moving into good territory. That's an important number. On the pricing index, moved up instead of down. We're expecting it to remain at 1.5. 1.5 was the smallest since the second quarter of 2020, but it moves up to 1.6%. And finally, if you look at the price index from a corporate TCE quarter over quarter, it is 2.1, also 0.1 warmer than expected. 2% was the last two quarters, so 2.1, of course, a smidge higher. Your comp then moves towards 3.7 the second quarter of last year. On the trade balance, which of course
bulls are liking it thus far.
$90.2 billion. That means it grew a bit. As a matter of fact, right now that would be the widest deficit going back to July of last year.
GDP
and now
price
we
is
have
1.7
inventories. Now,
versus
these are
1.5.
January inventories, which means they're going to be numbers that potentially are going to add or subtract from the current quarter's GDP that, of course, we get at the end of April. So retail inventories are 0.5%. We're expecting them to be up 0.8 in the rearview mirror, really contributed in terms of our last look towards the end of last year. Wholesale inventories, the exact opposite. They're down 0.1%. That is something to pay very close attention to, especially after the surge we saw in things like retail sales and durable goods.
Still going a little bit here.
After all that, we see that interest rates on a 2-year, which were at 4.67,
a little bit of a pop here.
Half a basis point. Current 2024 high yield close for that maturity is 4.72%, and on 10 years right now 4.27. They were at 4.28, down 2 before
Bitcoin
the number.
still
High
holding
yield
on this
close for
coin
2024
picking
thus
up.
far.
That's crazy.
10-year maturity 4.32%. Joe, back to you.
Joe, back to
Rick,
you.
Stay with us. Let's bring in our panel to talk about this data. Stephanie Kelton, Stony Brook University Professor of Economics and Public Policy. Joel Griffith, a Heritage
Hello.
Foundation Research Fellow, and our own Steve Leisman. And Steve, what we're going to let you go first. What was the most interesting part of all those things Rick just told us about that would cause traders?
Nothing. You guys, I hope I'm reading the room right, but I feel like you don't care about what they're saying. I think you care a lot more about what in the world is going on with Bitcoin. So let's just get into it. Bitcoin jumps above 60,000 for the first time since November of 21. It is going, it is going, it is going. So we will be coming back to that. Once again, massive congratulations to anyone who is catching the squeeze, because the bears, the shorts are getting their face ripped off. They're getting squeezed to kingdom come. It is, I mean, we're seeing over $100 million worth of liquidations on the short side, day over day over day. So absolutely getting squeezed. There's FOMO. There's just a ton going on. So anyway, very quickly with respect to the market, just to get it out of the way, stock futures fall. Well, they're bouncing a little bit now. The big bond steepener is flopping as the Fed delays rate cuts. So obviously, this is a bigger picture thing that is necessary to understand what's going on with the dollar, bonds, the overall market, gold, and digital gold, aka Bitcoin. This is all tied to what's going on with inflation. This is all tied to what's going on with the deficit. This is all a giant macro play. So to partly understand why we see certain things such as Bitcoin ripping, you have to understand, dare I say it, how bad really the economic situation is. They're attempting to stop inflation. They're keeping monetary policy very, very tight. We're seeing delinquencies with mortgages, credit cards, things start to spike. It's becoming a brutal situation. And if you ask me, mathematically, the Fed, our monetary policy, they're going to have no decision but to start having looser monetary policy. Now, as we can tell from yield curves and what's going on with the CME watch tool, it seems as if the prediction when we were, the Fed's going to cut rates in March, well, no longer. It looks as if the going prediction is June of this year. The big bond steepener is flopping as the Fed delays rate cuts. Remember, they're delaying it because they don't want to start cutting until they have like definitive proof that inflation is actually coming down. What was supposed to be the darling trade of 2024 has unraveled thanks to the Fed upending predictions over how fast it would lower interest rates. Now, I find this uniquely funny because the Fed the whole time, they're like, dude, you're going to be lucky to get 3 rate cuts. And the market's like, nah, dude, we know we're going to get 6. And the Fed was like, but we just said 3 and we're the ones who decide. And they're like, the market to the Fed said, we know you're the one who's going to decide, but we think you're wrong and we think you're stupid. And they might be wrong and they might be stupid, but they're sticking to their guns. The Fed this whole time has been saying like barely 3. And the market's like, so I don't know why people are surprised, because this entire time has been painfully evident that whenever the Fed says something, right, wrong, or indifferent, they stick to their guns on it. And this, over the past 2 years, I don't know, it doesn't seem like they're changing their tune now. What they say they're going to do, they're going to do. And once again, I'm not saying it's necessarily right what they're doing, but the fact that the market is continually saying, no, we think what the Fed is saying is actually wrong. We think they're going to do this instead. That this whole time has been wrong. To question the Fed, it's been wrong. The market entered January aggressively, betting on sharp rate cuts, but doing it so it looked to profit from the U.S. Treasury yield curve returning to a traditional upward slope. Right now, remember, we have that inverted slope, a transition known as a steepener. That would put longer dated yields back above their shorter dated equivalents, reflecting the usual need to be compensated for risk over time. So right now, as we have been over about the past year and a half, 2 years, we live in the upside down, and so does the yield curve. Now, as it was just alluding to, there's been a huge amount of bets, billions, trillions of dollars saying, yeah, no, it's going to like correct itself very soon in 2024. Not happening. Maybe it will in the latter half of the year. I myself in my long-term account am long bonds because I expect bond prices to go up. I expect yields to come down. So I think it's a play there, but it's not a short-term play. I mean, the Fed, they need to take care of inflation. With respect to that, the next FOMC meeting, which for those of you who don't know, that's where they decide what the federal fund rate is, on March 20th, there's about a 97.5% chance as of right now that they don't change it at all. And this was the one where everyone's like, oh, they're going to start cutting in March, but they've just been wrong. The market's been wrong. All the people going on TV, all these fancy schmancy people that have the nice Ivy League degrees that work on Wall Street, and they're like, they're going to cut early. They're going to cut early. No, they're not. It actually wasn't even that difficult to figure it out based on the fact that they straight up to our face said, we are not cutting early. So just something to consider. Beyond that, we're done with earnings season, but there are still earnings you might care about. So here they are. Feel free to screenshot it. Go to @eWhispers. I want to talk about some of the ones that recently came out, but like I said, there's really not exciting ones anymore. But just want to let you know that, yes, individual companies are still on the move. Hims and Hers soars 31% on rapid growth in mental health, weight loss, and dermatology treatments. So interestingly enough, this whole weight loss fad, which I feel like was always a fad because we're all super, super vain people, is somehow becoming a bigger fad. So we obviously know the owner of Ozempic, their stock doing very well. We know these other really, I guess, pharmaceutical companies, or at least related to the industry, they're doing pretty well in terms of if they have a weight loss drug. It's just, we're seeing even some of the biggest ones, the bottom line is very much improving for them as a business because of how many people are buying weight loss pills. So we're seeing that on the biggest companies that have it, and also even on a relative basis, even smaller ones. So those are popping, but I don't know how many of you are actually particularly trading this. Apple cancels plans to build an EV. So obviously Apple doesn't have its earnings, but the big news yesterday was this, and that's why right around, what was it, like 2:30 power hour, 3 p.m. That's why we saw the NASDAQ, the overall tech sector, and then specifically Apple go up on the announcement that Apple's like, hey, we don't know why we announced this. We kind of got caught up in the hype cycle of 2020, 2021, and now we realize that we're better at making phones than EVs, so we're going to stop. And then the market's like, good. It was pretty stupid when you initially announced it, so smart to stop pissing away that money. So Apple popped, and then so did the overall market, and that's exactly why we had a very strong close. Bumble to lay off 350 employees as tech industry job cuts mount. This has been going on for a year and a half within the tech sector, a little bit in the financial sector, and a couple others, but really tech and then finance. People are just getting axed. They're getting guillotined day over day, week over week, month over month. They are stacking up. It's not people are hiring. They are firing. But obviously, Bitcoin is the major one. And now MicroStrategy is massively benefiting. If you don't know what MicroStrategy is, it's just a software company, but they happened to put a bunch of Bitcoin on their books. It was co-founded and at one point being fully run by Michael Saylor, who is kind of like the king orange pillar, if you don't know who he is. Anyway, he's now no longer the CEO, but I believe he's the chairman of the company, and they still continue just to load up on Bitcoin. At this moment in time, MicroStrategy as a company has just below 200,000 Bitcoin on their books. Their most recent purchase, was 3,000 Bitcoin at a price of like 51,000, and now we're trading at 60. So they just gained $10,000 multiplied by 3,000, and that was just their most recent purchase. Coming into this, their average value is in the low 30s. They are crushing it. a high majority of MicroStrategy's market cap is exclusively due to the Bitcoin appreciation and not actually the business. That's why before we had the spot Bitcoin ETFs, a lot of people considered MicroStrategy MSTRs, the ticker symbol, to basically be a Bitcoin ETF because of how much of it was dominated by its Bitcoin holdings. And right now it's just ripping. Bitcoin for MicroStrategy pops 27% in 2 days as company's crypto stake hits 11 billion. So basically you have about 11-ish billion from Bitcoin and then about 1 billion from the actual company, which shows like how much it's dominated by just its holdings there. He's not the CEO. I believe he owns more than 50%. I said that. He used to be, but now he's the chairman. And once again, that's Michael. Do we have someone just spamming right here? Yeah, okay. Well, don't spam. You're now muted. Bye. I don't know why people think they're like, dude, I just need to spam right now. Sorry about that over there on Rumble. We just got rid of that guy. Completely unnecessary. MicroStrategy said Monday it added another 155 million worth of Bitcoin to its balance sheet. Shares of the company, which serves as an alternative method for investing in Bitcoin, once again, basically an ETF, soared 10% on Tuesday after rallying even more a day earlier. MicroStrategy's Bitcoin holdings are now worth 11 billion. 11 billion. So obviously related to the Bitcoin rip right now, but also directly related to an individual equity, MicroStrategy, something to consider. Now, if you haven't already, let me, whatever, this is in the description of the video. My mods will put it in chat. But if you want to be getting this newsletter, it's completely free, comes out every single weekend. And what I do is basically break down the previous week and then what I'm looking forward to in the upcoming week, all the major macroeconomic events. For example, today we got the GDP revision coming in a little bit lower than expected, the market liking it. Later on this week, we have the PCE, the personal consumption expenditure. According to the Fed, it's the most important inflation report that they pay attention to when making their decision. Obviously, I know the CPI, when it comes to the media, they love to shove that one down our throat. But if you listen to the Fed, they're like, hey, the PCE is the one that we weigh the most. The reasoning for that is it's a bit more broad in terms of what it measures, and it's also a bit more timely. So they just, for that, think it's a bit of a better measure. So anyway, that comes out tomorrow morning, an hour before the market opens. If you are paying attention to the overall market, bonds, yields, gold, or Bitcoin, you very much care about this inflation report. And then later on this week, we get the consumer price index, another inflation measure out of the Eurozone, obviously still having an impact. Earnings season, it's still going on, but it's basically over. With respect to seasonality, this day has historically favored the bears. Out of the past 25 years worth of data, the past 2.5 decades, if you were to buy it open and sell at close on this individual day, your equity curve would look like this. The bulls have only won 1/3 of the time, i.e. the bears have won 2/3 of the time, and the profit factor is below 1, which means that it's more favorable to be a bear. So today's seasonal bias is obviously bearish. Now, is this a guarantee? No, I'm telling you right now that the bulls win this 1 out of 3 times. But if you were to take this day in like every single day over 2.5 decades, it would have paid more to be a bear than it would have been a bull. So just want to let you guys know about that. We will come back to the option strategy. And then also if you're interested in I was looking at Meta, I was looking at Netflix, Amazon, Tesla, Microsoft, just a lot of exciting things. Well, count of shower cries. Apparently I also cried 19.4 times in the shower last week. Now, with respect to the option strategy, I know we have some degenerate traders in here, so I just want to cover what happened yesterday. So with respect to yesterday, here's what went down. Let me go to we'll go to the 15-minute and we'll go to the SPY. So when the market opened, I thought, wow, that looks a little weak. We sold off. We couldn't really get a rally. So I sold some call credit spreads. As in basically, I was betting that the market would be below 507. That was effectively my bet. I said, hey, by the time the bell goes dingity ding 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 today, I think we close below 507. Now, as you can tell, for most of the day, I was feeling pretty freaking good because we kept going down, 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 increasing the odds that I was right. But then with Apple's announcement that they're like, hey, we're not going to do EVs anymore. Apple bounced, which means that right here, where's Apple? Apple bounced on the announcement at 145, which caused the Qs to bounce at 145, which caused the SPY to bounce at 145. So as it was going up, I was like, I'm fine. And then near the end of the day, that's when your boy started to sweat. That is when your boy started to sweat. And fortunately, if you look at the close, we closed at 506.87. So technically it's a win. And listening to our Fast and Furious father, Vin Diesel, doesn't matter if you win by a cent or by $10. Winning is winning, but that doesn't change the fact that my blood pressure was sky high. So I ended up locking in 2.4K. You can see that the signals themselves, if this ever loads, the signals themselves generated at 11:45 in the morning. Here's a bearish call out. It was a 4 out of 5 confidence, a SPY call credit spread, a Q call credit spread, selling the 507, buying the 508, the Qs selling the 439, buying the 440. So the Qs one was easy. That wasn't really a sweat. We were obviously at the end of the day pretty far away from 439. I mean, we kind of peaked at 438, so we had a whole dollar to go. But the one that was the sweat play was the SPY. So anyway, they both ended up hitting. And then just for proof of my own trades and what I did, blah, 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 I ended up selling I chose to use SPX because European contracts are a bit better than American contracts for various reasons. I could explain that later. But right here, locking in about 2.4K on the day. So I was stoked. It wasn't necessarily the easiest trading day, but it's the start of my journey coming back from my loss. Yes, or 2 days ago. On Monday, I took a loss. Now I'm in the build back phase from that. Now, obviously, if you're interested in this, if you're interested in Piper's trading strategies, if you're interested in my trades, if you want to just get a piece of this, I want you to know that this Friday, whoa, my hair's going crazy. Why did no one alert me? This Friday, prices are going up. The Discord is going from $30 to $50. If you want to get grandfathered into the cheaper price, $30, you can sign up now. Make sure you use the code Goonie because that's how you get your first month for free. So you could sign up. You don't have to pay anything. Check it out for a month. If you like it, stick around. You're grandfathered into the cheaper price. If it's not necessarily your cup of tea, okay, no harm, no foul. The first month was free anyway, didn't cost you anything. And if you do like it, you're grandfathered in. So it makes sense. But anyway, you have 3 days left. As of this Friday, the prices are going up. It's in the description of the video. My mods, actually Nightbot just posted it. They'll trade with me personally. If you're on Rumble, just find that red button that says join. It's all going to be, the membership management is all through Locals. So sign up on Locals, do the syncing. If you have any issues with connecting, reach out to me. DM me on Twitter, DM me on Instagram, email me, media@MatthewKohrs.com, and I will help you out, but we'll come back to that a bit later. 5 things to know before that. Stock market bell goes dingity ding 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 today. Well, the market doesn't quite know what it wants to do right now. SPY bouncing a little bit, Q's bouncing a little bit, but everyone is paying attention to old bitty Bitcoin. So Bitcoin and all the related sympathy plays are looking very, very strong this morning. Stop talking. Warner Bros. Discovery halted talks with Paramount Global about a potential acquisition. Okay, slowing down. We know Apple's slowing down and they're unwinding the whole EV stuff. Please dismiss. OpenAI asked judge to throw out parts of the lawsuit filed last year by the New York Times that accused ChatGPT operator of copyright infringement. I don't think anyone cares about that. Cruising on, Norwegian Cruise Lines actually had a pretty good earnings. So I think that's all important stuff to pay attention to, but I don't know if it's necessarily impacting any of your lives at the moment. You know, it is impacting your life. The fact that Bitcoin is just ripping faces off. Bitcoin surges above 59,000 as bull rally continues. Let's do some indoor claps. Not necessarily at a new all-time high, but you can practically taste it. You could also taste the blood of the bears, the people shorting it, because they are getting completely blown out. We are seeing Bitcoin do nothing but squeeze higher and higher and higher. So congrats to the bull camp and RIP to the bear camp. The fear and greed index reading is now 87, a sign of extreme greed. So with this, if you believe the whole Warren Buffett thing of like be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful, right now there's a lot of FOMO, there's a lot of excitement. And Does that mean it has to pivot right now? Does that mean it has to fall now? No, you never know how high FOMO is going to lead something. You never know how high a squeeze is going to leave something. But I just want to let you know what the index is saying is right now, the Bitcoin community is feeling pretty good. Speaking of that, just for the point of posterity, I want to let you know Bitcoin trading above 60,000, market cap of about 1.2 trillion, and it is moving, grooving, and it is looking good. Bitcoin surged above 59,000. Like I said, right now above 60, it's just ripping. It's absolutely ripping. The other thing I want to point out here now is the all-time high. So according to Coinbase, Bitcoin's all-time high circa 2021 is 69,000 flat. Obviously within striking distance. Bitcoin bulls target 69K lifetime highs ahead of halving. If you don't know what the halving is, the TLDR is, remember, the consensus mechanism of how the ledger is updated. It has to do with proof of work, which means that there's miners and you get a reward for doing that. The reward for doing it is going to be cut in half, and this happens roughly every single 4 years. The reason people are so excited about it is this right here. Bitcoin halving rallies. To date, we've had 1, 2, 3 different halvings. And at the moment of the halving, as you can see on this chart, the market has ripped. The first one up 93.1x. The next one, 30.1x, and then 7.8x. And right now the question is, okay, like where could this one be potentially leaving us? And according to Cointelegraph and their metrics, they're targeting just shy of 150,000 per Bitcoin. So this is why people are excited, because the technological update, the change to Bitcoin historically has led to some very, very bullish rallies. So right now, people are saying not just 69,000, which is the all-time high. A lot of predictions are we're going to blow that completely out of the water. Euphoric sentiment, institutional buying demand, and historic gains linked to Bitcoin's halving event are putting the asset on track to cross its lifetime highs of 69,000 in March. Bitcoin halvings have always been associated with bull rallies, with the asset's prices increasing by several 100% in the months following the previous events. Halvings happen about every 4 years, technically every 210,000 blocks, and increase the block rewards to miners, what I just explained. The anticipation has always led to increased buying activity, or FOMO for lack of a better term. Investors expect a reduction in supply to drive up prices, literally basic supply and demand. If less supply is coming into the system and the demand is the same or increases, price has to go up. Price is the equilibrium between the two. It is just basic mathematics. Investors expect a reduction in supply to drive up prices and a pre-halving rally, which contributes to a new bull market with a refreshed bullish sentiment. So earlier this year, we have the spot ETFs being approved by regulations. Great. Wall Street can now put its money into it. And we've seen over $10 billion flow into the actual official Wall Street, basically the spot Bitcoin ETFs. We have the halving, and this is the past 3 times associated with a very bullish event. And then if we go a little bit farther out, if you ask me, I think monetary policy is going to get very, very loose because they're going to be forced to, which should be another massive, massive benefit for Bitcoin. We went over this. The halving, for those of you who are curious, with the halving, there is an official live Bitcoin halving countdown. April 19th is the anticipated date. So we're about 50 days out, just under 2 months, and Bitcoin is moving. Last but not least, falling Bitcoin Ether spread is music to altcoin traders' ears. So obviously, I know there's a lot of enthusiasm and excitement in the world of Bitcoin, but if you start to look at some of the spreads, other people are saying, well, hang on, Bitcoin's looking good, but some of these altcoins might really, really rip. The spread between perpetual funding rates in Bitcoin and Ether markets recently collapsed, indicating an uptick in investors' risk appetite. As in, yes, people are very excited about Bitcoin, but they're starting to even be more excited on a nominal financial value of some of these other opportunities. The development suggests continued outperformance of alternative cryptocurrencies ahead. Now, if you ask me, I'm just happy to have exposure. I mean, my biggest holdings are Bitcoin and Ethereum. I'm not going to be a maxi, but I'm also not going to be a person completely punting random like altcoins that no one's ever heard of. I like to stick with the main 2. Once in a while, I'll dabble in the others. But for me, it's just kind of easier to be like super in one world to learn what I need to like learn there, opposed to kind of getting spread across too many different things. Not necessarily anything negative to say about the others. I just like the KISS methodology. I like to keep it simple, stupid. But right now, it's exciting times. As we've been predicting, and as I continue to predict, I think the good times will keep rolling because I think there's too much excitement and FOMO in the system to really slow things down right now. Eventually, this won't go on forever. There's going to be a breather, and I think people will freak out, not realizing that it's probably a buy the dip opportunity. But for right now, my short-term prediction is excitement leads us higher and higher and higher. Obviously, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts right here. Let me cover all of this. I'm just trying to get the tabs out early today. All right, we'll go over that a little bit later. We could open that up a little bit later. What are your thoughts? Bitcoin. We have more people spamming this stupid for this lot. Like, I don't know why are there so many spams now here on Rumble? Makes no sense to me. Both? You like Bitcoin and Ethereum? Well, I mean, I know that someone right here is actually spamming Pepe. How's Pepe doing? I did trade this at one point just for the lulz. Wait, how high is it? Whoa. Pepe ripped out of nowhere. So it's these types of things that, to me, this is an investment. It's a trade. I wouldn't just put money into it and pray that it works. I would put money into it, like try to ride the trend, and then be very, very careful. What was the other one I was seeing? I think meme coin. Is it meme? I don't have any of these because they're kind of absolutely crazy. But meme coin is popping. Like, you have all these just like shit coins that have great movement, great volatility. And if you're not greedy, you can make a lot of money. But if you like all of a sudden you're like, nope, I'm just going to hold it no matter what, you're just setting yourself up to get like horribly burned. Solana's starting to pick up. Solana's looking good. ETH is looking really good. Bitcoin is looking really good. How's ADA? How is Cardano looking? Cardano, 60 cents, picking up. All right, interesting. How's Avalanche looking? AVAX. Avalanche picking up as well at 40. I mean, you're seeing it. Bonk is a good. It's not though. None of these. Bonk's not going to survive. Pepe's not. None of these are going to survive. But that still doesn't mean you can't make money. Like, you're saying this is good. No, it's a shit coin. It's a meme coin. It's something that you could actively trade. But if you think it's an investment, you got to get your head examined. We've lived through this. We saw it in 2020. We saw it in 2021. Folks, I'm telling you, as a person who has lived through these rips and the collapses, they will collapse. These meme shitcoins who are like, hey, we're a meme. When they're straight up to your face telling you they're a meme, it's not going to last. That doesn't mean you can't make money. You can make money to the upside. You can make money to the downside. But please understand, there's a massive difference between an active trade and an investment. Very, very different things. Pepe will change the world. Fix meme coins. Fix the world. Yeah. Okay. But Bitcoin also collapses. No. Bitcoin collapse. Bitcoin has drawdowns. I'm saying these ones will collapse as in like just be completely defunct. There's a difference between a drawdown and collapsing. A huge difference. Yes, Bitcoin, there's volatility. There's movement up. There's movement down. It happens. It exists. But you have to understand that, in my mind at least, Bitcoin has a legitimate case for being an investment. Bonk doesn't. Shiba doesn't. Doge doesn't. Those aren't investments. They're active trades. No, who the fuck thinks Shiba Inu is an investment? Are you asking, be clear, are you asking if it's an investment or a trade? All of these could be good trades because there's a lot of volatility, but that doesn't mean that they're investments. SafeMoon is an example of a collapse. Exactly. SafeMoon, it had great volatility. You can trade it. You could trade it to the upside. You could trade it to the downside. If you're shrewd and agile and kind of on your toes, you can make a lot of money. But to just invest in it, that's dumb. You need to get your head examined. How do you know Pepe collapses? Because it's a meme coin, dude. Read the white paper. They straight up to our face said, we're a meme. We have no value. Do your research. Just because you want something to be like a great investment doesn't mean it is, like, at all. Like, that's silly. Why? How do I know it's not an investment? Because I can read. Because I passed third grade and I have the capability of reading and then like comprehending what that information means. That's why. It was something I learned about a solid 2 decades ago. How is Doge doing, by the way? Doge is picking up. Yeah, great volatility, great movement. These are nice percentage moves, but just because something has a nice percentage move does by no means mean that it's an investment. In your mind, delineate the two. And I'm not against either. I'm against the concept of trying to do one and then switching it to the other. Be like, no, it's an active trade. And you're like, screw it, I'll just invest. Or if you're an investor, you're like, no, I'm now going to actively trade it. Just don't flip-flop. If you have an investment thesis, great, invest in it. If you have a trading thesis, great, actively trade it. But when you start to like cross between the two, that's where you're probably just going to get absolutely ripped apart. Absolutely ripped apart. Right now, SPY, where are we at? All right, we have about a half hour until the market opens, which means we need to start prepping up. Start a Q&A. Nope, I didn't want to start a Q&A. I wanted to start a poll. All right, this is day number 2 of the trading competition. Market at open. All right. Are you guys bullish or are you guys bearish? All right, we're starting the poll. Just so you know, the SPY did pop green and the Q's attempting to pop green, but we do have about 28 minutes until that market officially does open on the day. While I'm Rumble, just so you guys know, I'm going to need your votes, just not right now. Let's wait till the market is a little bit closer. Yesterday was the first day of the new trading competition, and Rumble hit their trade a lot faster, but they traded with smaller size because of the Wheel of Destiny. So YouTube was struggling, but ended up hitting. So YouTube currently in the lead, Rumble just behind after the first day of competition. Hey, Matt, what's your next level to watch on Bitcoin? Probably 69,000. I mean, like, yeah, it depends on how granular you want to get. You could watch right here, 61. You could watch 65, 69. It depends. I'm invested in Bitcoin. I don't actively trade Bitcoin. I'm invested in it. So it doesn't matter what it does this day, this week, this month. I'm going to be in Bitcoin for decades. So it's exciting and fun to watch, but I just don't actively trade it. Like, so those are the levels of like, yeah, I'll be stoked above this. I'll be stoked above that. But also it's not like wherever it moves right now, that's not going to convince me to like get out because I don't want to get out because I plan on holding for quite a while. So yeah, I'm watching 60, 61. I'm watching 65. I'm watching 69, but I don't actively trade it. The easiest thing I've ever done is just buy it and then kind of forget about it. And that's the same thing with my ETH. I just bought it and forget about it. And for a bit there, it was super rough. Actually, it's always bad to do this when you're looking at an investment, but I am, I can't not look. I want to know how much I'm up. I want to know how much I'm up right now. Oh, dude, just logged in. Holy crap. It is moving. It is grooving. It is looking like one hot tamale right now. One hot tamale. All right. Well, that's exciting stuff. Cool. We're kind of getting back up to where I wanted to be at those crazy, crazy highs in 2021. So good times are rolling. Good times are rolling. Looks like the wedding this year is going to be a little bit more exciting and a little bit more grandiose than I anticipated. So let's hope that it keeps ripping. You know, the weddings in New York are not cheap these days. They are not cheap. All right, so market, I need you guys to vote. That's coming in. While we're talking about being rich and wearing cool tiger shirts, let's talk about this. How much wealth do you need to join the richest 1% around the world? Money, money, money. It's the thing it's on many of our minds. And I just want to let you guys know basically how far away we all are from being in the top 1%, because the difference there, a little bit staggering. You'll need about 15% more than a year ago to join the richest tier of Americans. Thanks, inflation. That's what that does. Breaking into the top 1% of wealth in the US is getting harder. I guess hopefully you wanted a challenge. It now takes at least 5.8 million to join the richest echelon in the world's largest economy, almost 15% more than 12 months ago. Monaco, for all my F1 racing fans, retains the top spot for the highest threshold worldwide at 12.8 million. You have to appreciate the density of wealth there for that to be the top 1%. That's crazy. In excess of 10 milli, an increase of 3.2% from a year earlier, while in Luxembourg and Switzerland, one needs more than 8 milli to make the cut. The findings underscore how rebounding markets in the US and other Western nations are widening the gap between the rich and the poor countries. Monaco's gross domestic product, GDP, per person is roughly 240,000. It's more than 900 times greater than East Africa's Burundi, I think is how you pronounce it. If I'm messing it up, my apologies. But anyway, let's go over what it takes to join the top 1%. Starting off at numero uno, Monaco, you need 12.9 milli. Number 2 is Luxembourg at 10.8. Number 3 is Switzerland at 8.5 million. Shout out to America, the US coming in at number 4, where you need 5.8 milli. And then to round out the top 5, you have Singapore at 5.2 million. Now below that, we have Sweden, honorable mention, Australia, honorable mention, and New Zealand, honorable mention. And then below that, Ireland, Germany, France, Hong Kong, UK, Italy, Spain, Japan, and mainland China. These numbers, I knew they were going to be high, but I'm actually surprised about how high they are. Still, not everyone felt the squeeze. The world's 500 richest people added 1.5 trillion. Can you appreciate that? As the world is battling inflation and as the average person is starting to feel like that financial pinch, the 500 richest people added 1.5 trillion. I'm not saying million with an M. I'm not saying billion with a B. I'm saying trillion with a T to their combined fortunes last year. The rich are crushing it. Certain areas, such as Monaco, are even more crushing it. And here we are wondering if we should really go for that second Crunchwrap Supreme after a long night out. I guess that's how the cookie crumbles, you know? I guess that's how the cookie crumbles. Bitcoin's still looking good. Are you guys sure about this one? I see how YouTube you're voting right now. Are you confident? Because that seems a bit crazy to me. I'm seeing the market turn back over. YouTube, what are you? Thanks. Now I want a Crunchwrap Supreme. Don't we all? Don't we all? Don't we all? Don't we all? Folks, before we get going, very quickly, before I take it down, shout out to 1775 Coffee Co. It is pinned to the top of chat. It is 10% off if you use the code Matt. Once again, pinned to the top of chat. It's in the description of the video. Great coffee. If you're gonna, most of us drink coffee. Let's be realistic. Be an adult. Admit you drink coffee. For all those people who are like, I don't drink it. Like, come on. No one's impressed by that. But don't buy this store brand lame crap where you're just supporting some massive conglomerate that doesn't care about you. Support a company that actually cares about you. Especially shout out to the people on Rumble. This is associated with Rumble. So if you directly want to support the company, if you directly want to support potentially your stock investment, check out their coffee, 1775 Coffee, pinned to the top of chat in the description of the video. And obviously a shout out to them for being a sponsor of the show, a partner of the show. But with that in mind, I do want to put this up for you guys just so you know what is coming down the pipeline. All right, I just flipped it out. Let me see if this updates properly. Okay, yeah, I just switched it. If you look at what's pinned to the top of chat right now, when you're doing this, you see how that took a second to load? Make sure the code Goonie is being applied. If you go to this website and you're like a freaking speed racer and you hit subscribe before it has like that second to apply, you're going to have to then manually apply it on the next screen. So make sure the code Goonie is applied for that free month. The reason I'm bringing it up is the prices are going up this Friday. So if you want to get grandfathered in to cheaper prices and your first month is free anyway, so why not start your first month? Start it. If you like it, stick around. If you don't like it, if it's not your cup of tea, no harm, no foul. I don't want anyone to feel like they got. So sign up. First month is free. If you like it, stick around. You're grandfathered in. And if you're not doing it, well, the prices are just going up Friday. So I don't know why you wouldn't do it. But anyway, you might be thinking, okay, what do I get when I do this? Well, You'll become a supporter on Locals, and with that, you'll get connection to the Goonie Discord. Locals is the membership management system, the payment management system. Then within the Discord, you get my trades, the Piper signals, other people's trades, obviously the newsletter, private teachings every single weekend where we get into some like advanced trading methodologies, stats, facts, figures. We had some great conversations this past weekend, and actually kind of a surprise mini lecture yesterday. Trading competitions, a lot of Texas Roadhouse talk, all of that good stuff. But I mean, I show you my trades, and literally just yesterday alone made 2.4 thousand, which would have paid for 8 years of this entire service. So for you, I think you should think of it as like a business decision. If you spend this money, do you get more of a return? And as I've proven from the start of this year, the answer is definitively yes. My own account is up in excess of 100%. So for you, just as a pure business decision, is it worth it? The first month is free. So it doesn't cost you anything. So just want to let you know all about that. Pinned to the top of chat in the description of the video. And it sounds like recently, it sounds like I'm going to need to make some Bitcoin strategies. I need to sneeze. Do I? My nose feels weird, and I don't know what to do about it, team. I need help. Do I sneeze or do I not sneeze? How do I handle this? I'm not. I need to handle this. Trex, we talked about that yesterday. Once again, if the code wasn't applied, of course, if the coupon code isn't applied, like it's going to charge you. But that's exactly why I fixed it. We fixed it, and then, I mean, you could ask all the people in here. I went through it, and the people who it wasn't applied, I just reached out to them and refunded it. So if you're having problems, reach out to me. I don't want anyone to feel like they got. That would be so shitty and so scammy and so scummy. But for some people, that they didn't realize that they didn't apply the code properly. And if you're one of those people, I'm more than happy to fix it for you. Of course I am. That would be crazy not to. That would be super uncool. Dare I say it? Dare I say it? I did have one thing here that I thought we should watch very, very quickly. Where was it? Oh, kind of interesting. Both GameSquare and FaZe stockholders have now approved the merger. The transaction is expected to be completed shortly, putting FaZe Banks as the new FaZe Clan CEO, where he aims to reinvigorate the brand to what it once was. So if you know anything about FaZe, the gaming group, they went live in terms of the stock market, and the stock went down, 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 down. Well, I guess now FaZe Banks is now going to become the CEO, and his first one is, "You're all effing fired." So I guess he is cleaning house and attempting to bring the company back to what it once was, or at least in a cultural sense. I guess I hope that they're successful, but pretty savage. You're all effing fired. You know how it is. Oh, this is what I wanted to watch. Elizabeth Warren, Pocahontas, who for whatever reason is just really against crypto.
I want to collaborate with the industry. What I don't understand is why the industry seems to be saying that the only way that they can survive is if there's plenty of space for the drug traffickers and the human traffickers, and the terrorists and the ransomware scammers and the consumer scammers and the rogue nations. North Korea, that is financing about half of its nuclear missile program with crypto, that all of that has to be left open. You know, keep in mind, in our financial system, pretty much everybody follows the same set of rules. I'm talking banks and credit unions and credit card companies, gold traders and stock brokers. Private equity now has to follow the rules. Precious metal dealers, Venmo, Western Union, but not crypto. My view of the world is same kind of activity, same kind of risk, should have the same regulation. I'm not looking for fancier regulation for them. I'm not looking for anything tougher for them. I just want a level playing field here.
Well, there you have it. That is the dumbest thing you're going to hear today, brought to you by Pocahontas herself. She is continually pushing this narrative of the amount of nefarious, illicit, illegal things being funded by crypto. But what's interesting is it's not backed by fact. It's not backed by figures. It's not backed by reality. It's not backed by logic. They've done these studies. Less than 1% of Bitcoin transactions are associated with illegal, nefarious, illicit activity. Guess how much of GDP based in US dollars is associated with what she listed there as illegal, nefarious, and not supposed to be happening, not above board? Around 5%. Around 5. So not only is it much bigger by scale, the percentage. So both the percentage and the magnitude far, far larger with the US dollar. And she's acting as if, no, the US dollar, so secure, doesn't fund anything illegal, illicit, nefarious. Says it's all done with crypto. And once again, that's a narrative that sounds interesting. It gets everyone riled up, except it's not true. She is lying. At this point, for the amount of times that she has to, I guess, push this particular storyline, someone's had to tell her the facts. So I'm confident saying she is straight up lying to the face of America and the world. This is a lie. Definitively 100% a lie. She has to know the truth at this point because everyone keeps sending it to her. And she's like, nah, dude, I can't say that because I'm funded probably by other people to say a thing that I just like big banks. Like just be honest that you're on Jamie Dimon's payroll. Be honest that you're on big banks' payroll, even though you're allegedly fighting for the little guy. She's a liar. She's a grifter. She's full of it. And she's trying to make her puppet masters happy. It's such a load of garbage. And I'm happy that most people seem to be waking up to it and be like, all right, Pocahontas, calm down a little bit. So that's good. That's positive. But the fact that she keeps going, it blows my mind. Like, how is she just not embarrassed at a certain point? She's such a turd. She's such a turd. What was this one? Dave Ramsey. Financial expert Dave Ramsey claiming Bitcoin would crash to zero at 500 exactly 10 years ago. You're stupid. You're going to lose your money. It's up 10,000% ever since.
I'll go ahead and, I got all you Iraqi dinar people and all you gold people all pissed off at me. So let's just go ahead and add you Bitcoin people to the mix. You're stupid. You're going to lose your money. Be pissed at me. You shouldn't have put money in something wacko like that.
Wacko.
Money and handling your personal investments is not difficult. I'll go ahead and,
Put a wacko like that. Just a bunch of wacko. All the scammers I know use Bitcoin. Well, dare I say, you need to meet more scammers because it's much more dominated by the US dollar. You can't use anecdotal evidence on this. Just use the facts. And the facts are much more of all of this stuff is being paid out in US dollars than it is. It's not even close. It's not even like, oh, like Bitcoin's making like it's a solid run for its money. Not even close. After building Rumble ads for publishers, I'm more confident than ever that publishers have been treated very unfairly for far too long. Competition to Google's advertising business is needed immediately. Rumble is working on changing that. Well, that sounds good. That sounds good to me. I'm a fan. 60,000, dude. What a rip. What a rip. What time is it? All right. We do have a little bit. Mother loses 800,000 disability case after foes of her winning a tree throwing contest service. Yeah. I would say that's a tough one for disability. If you can literally win a tree throwing contest, that adds up. Irish International Christmas Tree Throwing Competition. Overall ladies winner. If you are the overall winner of a tree throwing competition, not really the most confident that you should be getting disability. That's a tough one. That's a tough one to swallow. If you have something that's the best performing asset over 5, 10, and 15 years period, it's the store of value. I'm ready to say that, Joe. Dude, Joe's waking up, man. I'm really starting to mop up Joe's spill, if you know what I mean.
But we know. Here are the futures.
Love is real.
Yeah, here are the futures.
Around the table.
You can cut it with a knife. Here are the futures down 115 now on the Dow. We saw kind of some similar action yesterday. The Dow paired its losses. The NASDAQ ended higher yesterday, but it's down today. Not a lot happening in treasuries. The 10-year has sort of been locked in a little bit of a range as far as yield goes, 428. But, and that's a big but, crypto, 59.
Yeah.
59. And what I was going to say last time when we were talking about it, 58, when we were talking about it, Andrew, time goes fast. You'll see the older you get. But we were talking about 26 or 27.
Yep.
Really, it seems like last week. It wasn't. It was a couple months ago. But we were wondering what's going on. When is it going to move on the anticipation of the ETF? What about the Fed easing? Is that going to be what finally get? And you go to bed, wake up, it's 59, 58. That's unbelievable. It's almost back to where you always point out how anybody who bought at 63 or 64 is losing money. You're not going to be able to say that pretty.
I won't be able to say that.
People,
if you held the whole time.
Well, you might be able to say that. It might go back down. That is one of the things that.
That is what happens. Things go up and things go down.
Anything.
Which goes to the idea of, is this a store of value?
Yes.
I don't think it
Or
does.
is it
I
speculation,
don't
or is it a store of value?
No, I don't think that does. If you have something that's the best performing asset over 5, 10, and 15-year periods, it's a store of value. I'm ready to say that. I'm ready to give it the.
We should all be ready to say it. We should, yes. If you have the best performing asset over 5, 10, and 15 years, half a decade, and 1.5 decades, yeah, pretty solid store of value. Pretty freaking solid. It's just hot right now. It's hot. It's a hot tamale. It is absolutely a hot tamale. Okay, we need to get ready for the degenerate market opening trade. Day number 2 of the trading competition between the YouTube chat and the Rumble chat. Now, YouTube, please vote. If you're on the YouTube chat right now, there should be a poll. Vote bullish, vote bearish. You are voting on the market open from 9:30 to 9:31. Do you think it's going to be bullish or do you think it's going to be bearish? You're betting on the very first minute. And with that being said, what do you think on Rumble? Rumble, bullish or bearish? I'm looking for the first 10 people so I know what the majority is going to be, and we're going to go for there. Open green. Green. Bear, bull, bear. Oh, bears barely won out. Bears barely won out. All right. And then how are you guys voting on YouTube? You voted bull. So we are running back yesterday where YouTube is going bullish and Rumble is going bearish at market open. Generally, you guys are on the same side of things, but I guess not today. And now, obviously, we need the magic wheel of destiny to decide how many shares you will be trading, how many contracts on the futures market you will be trading. This first roll is for YouTube. The first roll is for YouTube, which is going bullish at market open. Seven contracts. YouTube, 7 contracts is what you'll be trading in the bullish direction. If it goes down too much, you might get screwed. And this one is for Rumble. 6. You guys are close again. 666. All right. Let's see how it goes. 7 and 6. This is the second day of the competition. As of now, YouTube is slightly ahead, but let's see how things really play out. So in terms of the accounts right here, 31 is YouTube and 32 is Rumble. So YouTube currently up $164 while Rumble is up $113. YouTube's account is 131 and Rumble's account is 132. So 131 is YouTube. We need to edit this. And you guys are going for 7. 7 in the bullish direction. 7 in the bullish direction. Okay. Got it. And then we are doing this one. You guys are going 6. All right. Let me just double check. 6, 6. Okay, 6, 7. Bullish, bearish. I will fire this off with like at 929.55. 929.55. We're going to get that rocking. So on the left side, you're going to have the YouTube account. And then on the right side, you're going to have the Rumble account. And I just need to double check one thing for myself because we have a bunch of robots running this morning. All right. Okay. All right, the robots are ready to go. Your votes are tallied. The accounts are the right accounts. Do I have all of this set up as I should? Market open is always the most exciting time. Always the most exciting time. All right, cool. We are a couple minutes out, so that's all going to get going in just under 4 minutes. Feels like we're going to have quite the day. Feels like we are going to have quite the day. Here's Bitcoin just above 60,000. Coin is up 5.4%. As we get close to, or after the market opens and everything, if there's other things that are high flying, I'm more than happy to bring it up. We're going to be checking all the breaking news. I have a couple other things that I want to go over after the market opens and settles, but let's get all these degenerate trades out of the way. Let's get the degenerate trades out of the way. All right. If you guys haven't already, I would kindly ask you to help me out with the algorithm gods above that run my life. If you guys could smash the like button. If you're watching right now on Rumble, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you. Hit the like button, completely free, helps out with the algorithm, gets this stream promoted to other people. And obviously, if you enjoy degenerate trading, stock talk, futures talk, options talk, obviously crypto talk, and just life advice, sometimes we talk about cooking things in the world of like how to microwave a hot dog. If that's up your valley, if that's up your valley, your alley, if that's up your whatever, don't forget to subscribe. This is the place for you. This is absolutely the place for you. So let's see. Up your valley, up your alley, up your chally, all of it. Cop talk. Oh, we have a lot of cop talk. Lots of cop talk. All right. I just want to make sure I get this right for market open. So here's YouTube. Here's Rumble. YouTube is going bullish by 7. And then you have Rumble going bearish by 6. All right. Let's see how it goes. I'm just here for the show. Life's a show. Life is a show. How you feeling on the Tesla gap fill today? I've been feeling pretty good about it this entire time. I don't know when it's going to fill. I just like playing gap fills. So I think putting a time frame on it is silly. Short-term predictions are useless. Mathematically, they are going to be 50-50. So it's more of, do I think that event will occur? Yeah. And then the timing is the tough part. The timing, predictions aren't really what pays you. It's the timing of said predictions is where you get paid. But when it comes to the short term, I guess predictions are great for long-term investments of like, I think this industry grows. I think it doesn't grow, blah, 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 that type of a thing. But for short-term stuff, the shorter your time frame, the more random it is. The shorter your time frame, there's just too many random variables. What's this bank doing? What's Wall Street doing? What's retail doing? What's the, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia doing? You have random people buying and selling, different decisions, different risk appetites, different time frames, different goals, and it all just changes very, very, very rapidly. So to predict of where this is going today, it's a loser game. It is very much a loser game. Well, I predict that it needs to gap fill before my contract expires. I hope it does for you. I very much hope it does. What is my buddy Matt doing? Well, I'm a little bit nervous because I can't mess up this trade. This is day 2 of the trading competition. We are putting 2 of the largest forces on the world against each other. 2 titans of the internet, Rumble chat and YouTube chat, with a lot of money on the line. And more important than that, bragging rights. Today is day 2 of the competition. YouTube chat after day 1's competition is slightly ahead, but these types of things can change very, very quickly. We're commencing it. I'm nervous, dude. You guys aren't in here. I don't think you're in my studio right now, but if you were, you would know how sweaty my palms are. Day 2 is about to go underway. On the left side, you have YouTube. On the right side, you have Rumble. And they have chosen to go different ways today. All right, 929.50.
Order filled. Order submitted.
Rumble's already hit.
Order filled. Target filled.
YouTube's hit. They both hit. Rumble, for the second day in a row, Rumbles was faster. Second day in the row, Rumbles was faster. Market open, going crazy. Let's close this for now so we can see what some of this robot stuff is doing for us. All right. So the robot also went short at open. So we're locking in some money. So on the bottom here, YouTube extending its lead. Now another $30 additional buffer. YouTube account 131 locking in 195 out of the gate, and then Rumble locking in 165. So 2 for 2 on both accounts, but Rumble's falling behind. The cushion's getting a bit worse right there. And then also out of the gate, this is some of the robot trading: 135, 210, 210, and 180. So we're going to see how this stuff continues to play out. Opening. All right, I could turn that one off. Orbo, okay. All right. Remind me to come back and check out what's going on there. As the goal has been with the past 2 days, I want all of these to go green. I have 20 different accounts, and the goal is to get every single one to be in the green today. Now, with that being said, let's see what's going on. A little bit of market opening volatility here. Is there any, I'm going to need you guys to help me out on this one. So please do assist. What's rocking right now? What's going crazy out of the gate? What do you want up on the screen right over? Like, I can't really put my hand up there, but like you kind of see what I'm putting out. Like this top right screen, like right. Which way do I, like right? No, I'm bending the wrong way. Like right over, you guys, like right there. What do you guys want right up there? Mara, Tesla. All right, let's see what's going on. Is Mara going? Not really. Is Tesla going? Tesla, no, not really. Folks, I said what's moving. Give me the thing that's moving. No. No one's giving me anything that's moving. No, that's not moving. MSTR. No, dude, none of these are, they're all just, oh, I said things that are moving, folks. Meta didn't get a nice pop, actually. Coin's the one that, Bitcoin's up, and then I have coin right here. Coin, everything's getting a little hit on the great. Uh-oh. Where did all that, I guess, bullishness go? Where did all that enthusiasm? Even Carvana's down one. You guys are pitching me things that are allegedly moving, but they're moving red. I didn't say that. I wanted things that are like, what's rippity skippity? Nope. This is even getting crushed. BYND. Earnings. I guess they must have crushed their earnings, up 53%. But even this isn't moving. You call that moving? No, still doesn't count. AMC, dude, I swear if AMC is moving, no, not moving. AMC is going to an all-time low. I think their earnings are today. I don't know. I also really don't care. I think Adam Aaron should be in fucking prison. But this thing, given enough time, it will hit another all-time low. Don't you worry, folks. It will definitely down. LW down. Hang on. I got to take some notes. I can't let the Piper strategy go astray today. Can't let the Piper strategy go astray. All right, how are we looking on EMAs? Fighting between bullish and bearish on the 5-minute, bearish on the 10-minute, bearish on the 30-minute for the S&P 500, bearish on the 5, the 10, the 30 for the tech sector. Little bearish across the board today, team. Little bearish. What time are we at? Oh. I think I have another round. I think bots should be firing soon. Now that we have enough of the opening momentum. Dude, coin is getting hit out of the gate. I guess we have some profit takers. Tesla's in the green. Meta's in the green. Coin's in the most green. IBIT is looking good. Obviously, the spot ETF, gold trading at 2040. Oil is at set. Oil's picking up. For all my energy traders, I just want you to know, oil's doing its thing. It's having a bit of a party. Oil is definitely doing its thing. ETH is holding 3.3. All right. I think if I did this right, Yes. Okay. My indicators got drawn properly. I think this should be working. I've been working on some of my Ninja script. Oop. Nope. Didn't mean for that to happen. I've been working on a bit of my Ninja script. Let's see if this bot actually fires. 50-50. 50-50. It's how I view life. Either the code works or it doesn't work. So I give it about 50-50. Let's see if we could get another chunk of cash to make back some of those losses from Monday. Slowly but surely, I will recover. I will recover. All right. How are we going? Market, the old market. Go, go, go. Go, go. Give the people what they want. The question is it gonna buy? I'm now thinking about some of the changes I made to the code this morning, and I have to admit, I'm a little bit dubious of this legitimately working. But time will tell. Time will tell. Time will tell. Well, and also we'll hear it go. So the SPY barely tagging a new intraday high, and the Qs are just below that. Bitcoin chilling just above 60K, looking for that to catch another bid. Hopefully, it looks like the SPY and the Qs are both struggling at their intraday high. Even though we don't have that much data yet, let's just see what's going on in the options market. Options kind of flat, no clear movement, no clear direction yet. So we are at the point of the waiting game. SPY catching a bid, Qs catching a bid. Wait, what? Hello? I'm a bit confused. And by a bit confused, I thought this was supposed to trade. But it didn't. So there's that, you know? I guess when I said there was a 50-50 shot of this working, it is today. It wasn't the correct 50-50. It was the incorrect 50-50. FKTX. What is FKTX? I saw something about that. Or wait, no, not F. VKTX. Viking Therapeutics. Hate therapeutic plays. Hate it. But I did see that someone on Wall Street Bets like lost their job and then took their entire life savings and betted on this company, and then they crushed it. But pharmaceutical plays, they suck. Unless you have knowledge of that industry and just the drug manufacturing, pharmaceutical, biotech, you have to have specific knowledge of that world to be successful. And that's not me. If you are knowledgeable of that world, congrats to you. But the world is, to me, at least 50-50, just because I don't know what's going to get approved. I don't know what's a good data point. Who knows? So if you have knowledge of it, hey, maybe you can find an edge there. But most people don't. And that's why most people trading pharmaceutical stocks end up getting completely destroyed. So be careful if you don't have some sort of related knowledge, related degree, something like that. But if you're just chasing the pharmaceutical rips, don't. You might get lucky here and there, but in the long run, you're gonna get destroyed. I've seen it so many times. So I hope you get lucky. I really, really do. I hope you are a lucky guy, a lucky gal. But to think that's like some sort of repeatable methodology, be careful. I beg of you to be careful. Is anything ripping from market open until now? FSLR? No, that's not. What's moving today? HYLN? No. Do you guys understand what I'm asking? Is the question not clear? From 9:30 to 9:39, what is moving? No. Do you guys know what moving means? BIOR. That one's, thank you. Someone finally understood the question. I'm not speaking gibberish here. This isn't a toughie. This wasn't some sort of surprise quiz. BIOR is moving, except too bad it's still a shitty therapeutics company. Meta's moving. 490. All right. See, you guys are starting to get it a bit. DWAC is moving. Was there news on DWAC? That's also not moving. Congrats on not realizing what movement is, Tesla. Not really. It's up $2. It went from 250 to 201.75. Dude, all right. I'm going to stop asking you guys for like what's moving because you guys just apparently it's blowing your mind. eBay more. All right, that has some movement. I'll give you like half credit on that one. Ford is moving. Ford's moving. All right. No, it's not. Actually, it looks like it's moving. It's up 10 cents. Vanny, for as much as you say Vanny, it's not moving. It went up and then got crushed. It's not trending nicely. Not moving. I think, okay. I'm going to have to draw diagrams for you guys because like apparently you never went to like second grade art class. Apparently you're like, hey, AMC is moving. It's just down. Verizon's moving? No. Are you guys purposely now picking the most boring ones just to frustrate me? XON? Okay. Exxon, decent movement. Could be better, but if this was the first one I picked up, I would tell you you're wrong, but seeing how horrible all these answers are, I'm going to give this one credit because like at least they're like kind of like, oh, I'm seeing movement. I'm seeing it. Golly, you folks. How is this not traded? I guess I broke the bot here. What? Am I on the right? What in the world? Is this data the wrong data? Did this disconnect? Or are we just drifting down? 937 we poked up? This data is definitely the wrong data. Am I right? Does anyone have the NQ chart up? This does not look right whatsoever. Like at all. Why is this 1 minute data? We hit 17,945 in minute 45 in minute 41. Is this delayed or something? This is not right. And I'm a little bit scared. Download historical data today and right-click your chart to reload the historical data.
Order submitted. Order filled.
What the fuck is happening? Data. You said someone tried to give me download historical data from today, right-click your chart and reload historical data. Reload historical data. In the data series? Days to load. Nope, that didn't change it. This is definitely off. All right. Well, we're going to have to do something here. Connections, disconnect. Connections. That's not right. It's definitely off by a couple of minutes. What in the world is going on? All right. Speed up. Reconnect. Do what you need to, brother. Because we were playing. That was very, very odd. Bitcoin catching another bid. Is this not reconnecting? No, oh. Login failed? Dude, brother? Mom? Close window. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're running into some sort of technical difficulties here. The data's off. Trying to reconnect. Energy must be running. XLE is looking really good. Financials are looking really good. Technology not looking so good. Utilities looking fine. Industrials looking really good. Healthcare not looking so good. So healthcare and tech are taking a hit this morning, but energy and financials are definitely looking like a hot tamale. And obviously crypto is also looking like a hot tamale. Hot tamale. Tech taking a hit while the overall market is holding, and Bitcoin is looking good. Uh-oh. I'm trying to reconnect right now to Rhythmic, and something's up. I'm trying to log in, and I think there might be issues with Rhythmic. All right, yeah, while we're waiting to log in, I see some people asking for the daily update on Rumble. Let's give it to you. Let's give it to you. Rumble, 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 Rumble. Short interest. 17.86, a slight uptick. Cost to borrow, 54.89. Utilization, 97.37. So an uptick in the utilization and an uptick in the short interest. And you can see that a bit better here with this right here, the slight uptick in the orange. So the shorts, they've been kind of flat for the past 2 weeks, but relative to yesterday, a slight increase in the numbers betting against. Dude, what is happening right now? I can't get in. Is anyone else having issues with Apex? Is anyone else having issues with Rhythmic? Is anyone having problems like that? Yes, no. Is it just me? No one else is. I can't even get into my Rhythmic right now. Cancel. Yes. Yep. Rhythmic is down. Okay. So Rhythmic's just down. Rhythmic is just straight up down. Right. That's problematic. Restart your computer? Obviously not. That's a ridiculous question. Did you just tell me to restart my computer when you know I'm streaming? Is that sarcasm, or did you really just not think that one through? Just started working again for you. All right, I'm trying to log back in. Yeah, Rhythmic is obviously having big issues. No, I'm logged in. All right, well, any issues where I had to play in a Rhythmic in a Ninja Frankfurt Exchange rather than the Chicago area? All right, I'm trying to get through right now. Rhythmic is down. I'm pretty sure it's down. Try punching the screen. I'm about a couple minutes away from attempting that one. Feels like it's costing me money right now, but hey, we'll make it back. Nothing but high confidence. Good vibes only. Good vibes only. When Bitcoin's looking the way that it does right now, good vibes only. You know, we can't get too crazy about it. Actually, speaking about that, Coin Telegraph. Let's see if there's any breaking news on Bitcoin. Bitcoin breaches 60K for the first time in over 2 years. Crypto recaptures 2 trillion market cap as Bitcoin climbs over 57,000. All right. Baby AGI could be the reality. All right. Solana, hot stories. Chinese ministry posts warnings about fake digital. Okay. Ethereum is now actually at 3.3. All in bets to launch governance blockchain. All in bits. GBTC hits lowest ever 22 million outflow, raising hopes for the end of the Bitcoin bleed. That's just on GBTC. There is massive inflows to IBIT and FBTC and also ARCs as well. Bitcoin rallies to 2-year high, but derivative traders not betting on further gains. Interesting. What's this about? What is this about? Spot Bitcoin ETF inflows could seed a recession, risks increases. Bitcoin derivatives metrics show a reasonable degree of skepticism. To understand how professional traders are leaning in Bitcoin derivatives, one should initiate the analysis with Bitcoin monthly future contracts. In neutral markets, these instruments typically trade at a 5 to 10% to account for their extended settlement period. Data reveals that the annualized BTC futures premium has consistently ranged between 13 and 18 over the past week, which is considered healthy and moderately bullish. Furthermore, there's no indication that price surge is driven by leverage, signaling a lack of increased risk of cascading liquidations. All right, options put to call is plummeting. That ratio is plummeting. Oh, I guess good. I mean, they're probably going to be as wrong as any of us. But anyway, the SPY is dumping. The Qs are dumping. I am now missing out on 2 trades that the robots would have hit. I would have been done for the day. If Rhythmic didn't. Did any of you guys get this? Like, is Rhythmic working for any of you? I'm canceling it again. Rhythmic is kind of a piece of shit if you really think about it. I'm attempting. Did anyone get back in? Still not work. Yeah, it's not working for me. So I'm missing out on trades, which is a bit of a bummer. A bit of a bummer. Damn, they would have hit too. It would have went short on the Qs. That would have been a nice trade. XLF is still going. XLE still going. XLK, the tech sector taking a hit. XLV, the healthcare sector taking a hit. So healthcare is weak, and so is tech. Energy is looking really strong. Financials are looking really strong. Utilities are actually picking up as well. Industrials are picking up as well. So there's 2 weak sectors, and all the other sectors are actually pretty strong. I'm attempting to log in, but I don't know. Don't trade today. You'll risk blowing up the account. Well, technically, every day I trade, I'm risking blowing up the account. So that doesn't really change anything. Matt, buy AMC on Robinhood. No, if I ever touch AMC again, it will be to short it. I would never buy AMC again because the longer you're around it, you realize how disastrous of a company it is. If you think AMC is right now, in the current state, if you look at AMC and you're like, that is bullish, you're fucking stupid. You truly don't understand business. You don't understand finance. You don't understand markets. You don't understand market structure. You don't understand human psychology. You don't understand general business trends. You are literally on the polar opposite side of being right. You are not just wrong. You are so woefully wrong. You should be permanently banned from the stock market on the lack of your intellect. There's nothing that you could see at AMC at the real time and be like, oh, this is fundamentally bullish. If you do, like, you got to take a break from smashing your head off the wall because it is just not healthy. It is like actually not healthy whatsoever. Chaos in Roswell. Will you marry me? Oh, we have our first potential engagement. So what's the answer going to be, Chaos? What's the answer going to be? Pickle me. Yes, we have the it is we have the official answer. That's cool. First proposal, first yes vote. Awesome. Good for you guys. I hope it's a long-lasting, exciting marriage. I really do. Obviously, I hope we're all invited to the wedding. Massive congrats. Congrats. Cool. I like it. Congrats to you both. Yeah, we're all real excited about it. Look at us. Look how far we've come as a community. We have our Ahmad getting engaged on chat. Worth it. Oh, just got back into Rhythmic. My Rhythmic just opened. All right, let's see if I could get connected. I got in. They let me in. Let's see. I'm going to let it cook. Breaking: Hunter Biden jealous after Don Jr. receives envelope of white powder. All right. This is going. I'm trying to let it do its thing. In the meantime, if you want to know just to clarify, I mean, hang on. You guys might see this and be like, wow. Oh, well, you can't see now. But there's 20 accounts that were all with $50,000. Folks, I'm not trading $1 million. I don't have that kind of money. Obviously, I don't have that kind of money. So when it's working, and it is fun when it is working, but right now it's not in Apex, it's in Rhythmic. Rhythmic is the data provider. Ninja is the trading platform. Rhythmic is the data provider, and then Apex is the prop account. So I'm trading with 20 different Apex accounts. Apex gets their data from Rhythmic. Rhythmic is currently down, and then it all is visually there on Ninja Trader. But anyway, they are running an 80% off deal right now and a 1 day to pass. Generally, on a $50,000 account, you have to on a $50,000 account, you have to make $3,000 in profit without having a 2.5K drawdown. And on top of that, you normally have to trade for 7 days. This time around, you only have to trade like the day you hit it, you could pass. And also instead of it being like $160 or something, $150, 80% off. So it'll be like $30. But anyway, just pinned it to the top of chat, and that's all you pay. You pay that. If you trade well enough, then you get upgraded. And then when you're upgraded, if you trade well, you can actually take money out. And then past that, you keep your first $25,000 in profit. And from there, it's a 90-10 split with Apex. So it's a trading funding service. And right now, 80% off and a 1 day pass deal. Market bouncing a little bit. My Rhythmic is up, but I cannot seem to get connected. What do I think Bitcoin's next resistance is? Probably 65,000, 65,000. MSTR is moving. Well, MSTR is going to move directly with Bitcoin because it owns so much Bitcoin. I mean, MSTR is worth, what's his market cap? MSTR is worth 16.4 billion, and I think actually market cap right here, company's market cap. Let's just get the real time MSTR. We have to go down. How far down the list is it? Next 100. I want to get the real time. Can I just search one? Yeah, MSTR, MicroStrategy. It's worth $16 billion, and about 12 billion of that is just from their Bitcoin holdings. Like literally just how much Bitcoin they have on the books, which is absolutely wild. Absolutely wild that the majority of this company's worth is literally just from their investment in Bitcoin. Pretty cool. Pretty cool that that's even a thing that could be possible. Coins picking up. Bitcoin's going, folks. It's moving. It's grooving. It's doing its thing. Bitcoin just hit 61,000. 61,000 was taken out. That's pretty impressive. I'm very connections disconnect. Did anyone get back in on this? Anyone figure out their Rhythmic issue? How could they mess this up today? Seriously? At least you guys got your degenerate trades in there. I'm excited about that at least the trading competition wasn't impacted. But that's a bunch of baloney. If you ask me. A bunch of baloney. All right, coins looking good. Bitcoin's looking good. I mean, crypto is what's moving right now. Mara's picking up. Riot is picking up. So Mara's up 9%. Coins up 5.4. Bitcoin looks like it's about to just rip again. Like it's just Rhythmic is garbage. Fully agree. Fully agree. Try configure and log back in. That's not going to fix it if Rhythmic is down. I haven't had a problem today with Rhythmic, so maybe it's down in certain areas, but this is 100% a Rhythmic issue. I mean, you saw that the data was completely off. Oh, let me try to reconnect to Rhythmic. Dude, what is going on? How could they be this bad? Bitcoin 61.2 and climbing. Let's put up the minute chart. Why not? It looks excited. Makes people feel a certain way. All right, hang on. It said that. trying to connect again. I got logged into Rhythmic, but now it's still not connecting to Apex. Still not connecting to Apex. Wait, what? Run as administrator. What do they do? I don't know what this question is. People are trying to help with this. Let's see. Queues are about to break down. I'll put up an alert for an intraday low. Q's definitely showing some weakness. SPY not showing weakness because energy and financials have been so strong, but Bitcoin ripping up to 61.2, quickly coming down $400. That volatility is nuts. It's worldwide. I am with them in Apex Elite chat. When it fixed, I will tell you. Thank you, man. How have you been? It's been a while since I had a chance to come in and say, hey, just hit an all-time high with my crypto. I'm very excited. Good for you, man. I'm excited. All right. Well, I'm going to shut that down then. I'm just going to shut down all of this, this Apex thing at this point. Yeah. All right. I'm just shutting it down in the meantime because I'll just wait for it to come back up. I'll wait for it to come back up. The Q's, by the skin of its teeth, saving itself from a new intraday low. Bitcoin still moving. Let's see. Is there any breaking Bitcoin news? Let's see. Let's see. Exciting times. Good morning, Bitcoin. Peter Schiff is definitely going to be embarrassed. Bitcoin 60,000. We have Alex there, Michael Saylor. Bitcoin passing 1.1 trillion.
There's underperformance, okay? Okay, it's depressing.
I don't want to.
What has Bitcoin ever done for mankind? Do you ever? Are you ever on a Bitcoin phone? Watson, come here. I need you. I mean, what is it?
Well, coming up, United
How about
Healthcare
Revolve?
is apparently in.
There's.
I mean, that's a stupid of a question. Like, what has Bitcoin ever done? What has gold done? It's a store of value. Philosophically, Bitcoin is a store of value. From a technological standpoint, it's a protocol. And from a realistic standpoint, Bitcoin is the world's first globally accessible public money. So we hit the philosophical, the technical, and the realistic. That is what Bitcoin is. So what has it done? It's protected people from our government who keeps devaluing, debasing our dollar. That's what it does right there. Pretty big freaking job. Kathy Wood's ARK Invest has integrated proof of reserves in its spot ETF using on-chain verification. That's kind of cool. Hey, there's me. Bitcoin. So hot right now. So hot right now. All right, I'm not seeing any news necessarily about it besides the fact that just we have Kramer who is pissed. Yeah, absolutely pissed. Oh, go Kramer. Oh, Kramer. Oh, Kramer. What was this one? This is the single most important ratio in global finance right now. If this continues for the foreseeable future, the world will change and there will be no going back. Bitcoin purchased by ETFs, 10,000. Net Bitcoin produced by miners, 900. So basically 11x. 11x.
Now, what happens to all these wonderful models if 10 billionaires decide to buy $1 billion of Bitcoin each and announce we bought it, we're not ashamed of it, we're going to buy more? All your models are destroyed, completely devastated. Bitcoin goes to the moon. Now, what happens to all...
Destroyed. The models are destroyed. Does he even know where he is? Biden? Probably not.
Okay. I'm right here.
Oh,
Seriously,
okay, I'm right here. Okay, I'm right here. Okay, 60,000 deserves a repost of the original. What's Dave Port? Oh, I think this is an old, I believe this is an old clip of Dave Portnoy, like not really understanding Bitcoin. And obviously he got out of it, wishes he was in it. Let's see what he has to say. I can appreciate that one. I can appreciate that one. Qs are looking weak. Haven't actually broken down yet though from its opening range. SPY trying to bounce. Let's check in on the options market here. Let's check in on the options market. Options picking up. Bit of a hedge wall at 5065. Worth noting, but the net delta going up, but it could dump at any moment. Right now, the 5-minute indecisive, 10-minute bit bearish, 30-minute bearish, 5-minute. Let me go to the 5-minute on this. Bearish, bearish, bearish. Okay, so on a relative basis, tech is definitely weaker today, at least as of now. At least as of now. Which BTC ETF do you favor? I'm in IBIT, but most of my holdings is Bitcoin. Rhythmic is back up. Rhythmic is back up. Time to party. Time to partay. Maybe. Maybe. If it ever lets me in. All right, I'm trying to reload everything. Trying to reload it all. Hacking into the mainframe. Hacking into the mainframe. Let's see if it actually boots up for me today. Well, even though the Qs were about to break down, the SPY caught a nice bid. SPY caught a nice bid. All right, let's see. Let's see. Am I in? Is this in? Is this thing working? Is this thing on? It connected. I think we connected. I think we've hit a connection of sorts. 5-minute. Am I getting the right number though? Am I getting the right number? Hello, brother. Hello, brother. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Delay 122. All right. We're going to have to trade a little bit dark here, team. We're going to have to go a little bit guessing. Oh, you guys can't even see what I'm seeing. The bots were supposed to trade this, but when the bots fail you, sometimes you just have to step it up yourself.
Order filled. Sometimes
you just have to let it rip. Oops. No, these all lost their connection. No. 22. 23. 24. 25. All right. Hang on. Let's just do 23. 24. 25. All right. What did I just say? 23.
Order filled.
Oh, fuck. That's the wrong.
Order filled.
What is happening right now? Mom? 22? Nope. 22. Is this one still trading? That one's still doing something. How many more accounts do I have to trade? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 11. 11.
Target filled.
11. 12, 13, 14, 15. 11. 11. All right. We're just guessing at this point. I want to be very clear that nothing of any intellectual value is currently going on. Your boy's just letting it rip out of pure frustration. Just letting it rip out of nothing but unadulterated frustration. All right. We have a couple more accounts. The SPY hit a new intraday high. The Qs have not yet. The Qs were actually looking particularly weak. looking particularly weak. All right. I need to just do one more, and then I could shut down all the craziness on the futures market. Hopefully locking in a couple thousand on the day if I just don't blow up these remaining accounts. As long as I don't blow up these remaining accounts. Will I, though? If I place this right now, what is the chance of me blowing up? When in
Order
Rome.
submitted.
When in Rome. Come on. Come on. Go up. Go up. Go up. Let's go to this chart. Nope. I guess 1 minute was the best. I was trying to see if there's a 15-second. All right. Just a little bit of a pop. Don't fall here. Wrong way. Wrong direction. Not supposed to do that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. We're flying dark. No logic. No reasoning. No rhyme or reason. We're just letting this one rip. And it is, I should have gone the other way. Your boy had a 50-50 shot. And the other 50 was the right 50. The other 50 was very much the right 50. No. Why did I do this on 5 accounts? Why did I do this to myself? Why am I like this? Why am I like this? You know, sometimes I look in the mirror and I appreciate the fact that I'm looking at my own worst enemy. That's always like a night. I'm like, that's the guy who's ruining my life. And I get to see it every morning, every night. Every morning, every night. I'm like, that's the guy who's my problem right now. Clearly the person who's the biggest mess up in my life, messing up my life. That's the guy. That's me. Well, that was really stupid of me. Particularly stupid. All right, let's see if the SPY can continue higher. Bitcoin's going. About to hold in 61,000 pretty nicely. Yeah, no. The tech sector should have gone the other way. This is what happens when Rhythmic goes down and I can't just I can't let the bots do what the bots were made to do. Are Rumble earnings still on for tonight? They were never on for tonight. Where did you get that? Are Rumble's earnings still on for... I don't know where you got it, but that... No. No is the answer. I don't know. Hellcat style. Where did you get that? Are Rumble's earnings, like, did you just make something up? Were you just like, yeah, no, sure, they're on. In the news on TDA. Well, who posted it? Because it's no. In the news on TDA. Well, TDA doesn't come up with its own news. They got it from somewhere. And so, all right, this might sound crazy, but you got to do a little bit of research on this one. A little bit of research, find out who posted it, and then look. But, you know, all of these companies, they do an official post when they're like, yes, our earnings are confirmed. I don't know. I don't know where you ever got that there tonight, but they were never tonight, ever. Not at a single point. Coin looks like it's about to pop and rip. Bitcoin's doing its thing. Bitcoin, bitty Bitcoin. Dude, I need the Qs to go up or I'm about to get my face destroyed here. Rum is March 27th. Yeah, and based on the Gregorian calendar, we're in February. So, are you streaming AMC earnings call later? Not at all. What a fucking waste of my time. What a waste of my time that would be. I would actually rather watch paint dry. You guys don't know this about me, but well, maybe some of you do. For most of the recent AMC earnings, I literally had up games and I was just playing it on the screen because I was bored to tears. bored absolutely to tears. So I was just playing games and I was just sharing the one screen so it looked like I wasn't playing it. But if you look at the video, my mouse is moving because I'm playing a game the entire time. And that's how like absurdly bored I was. All right, come on, Q's, help me out on this trade. Coin just popped like no other. Like no other. The daily. Oh, look at that rip, man. The rip, the consolidation, the breakout. What a beautiful entry this would have been at 173. Rips to 210. Meta looks like it wants to break out. Coin breaking out. Microsoft doing nothing. Nvidia taking a breather. Tesla, I still think I'm looking at this upside gap fill at 206.77. Netflix slowly but surely drifting up. The news on them yesterday was there's rumors that they're increasing their prices again. Obviously shareholders liking it, but the world not liking it. I enjoyed the marble race game Matt used to play with us. Oh, that was fun. We could do that again. We could do some giveaways with the fastest marble racers. I'm down to do that. All right. Is this trade going to hit? I just want to be done. I'm just trying to lock this in and be done with my life. Lock in all 20 accounts, make whatever, 2 to 3K and move on. 15 account. No, we were getting so close there. We were looking good for a second. I guess I'm getting overly cocky. We were looking so good there for a second. What's happening in the options market? Options is drunk. It doesn't know which way to go today. Drunk. Dude, it's just moving. We do have an inflation report tomorrow morning at 8:30, an hour before the market opens. This mom who does OnlyFans is upset that she had to stop in middle of the day to go pick up her young sons from school. Oh. She seems like a lovely lady. A lovely lady. Are we missing? Oh, this. All right. I guess now we have to listen to this because we're seeing it posted all over.
I am so pissy today. Just downright motherfuckers today.
Look at that face. That's the face of a sane person.
Just downright motherfuckers.
Right there. That's a sane person. Sane. That's a sane human being right there.
Today. I had to come up here. I had to come up here at fucking 11 o'clock in the afternoon. That's prime time. That's prime time. But listen, so that's partly why I'm cranky, but I'm cranky because my child is 10. I had to come up to the school and I had to pick him up. Why? Why did I have to fucking pick this kid up? I had to pick this kid up because he's a man, okay? He's a little man and he's got a weak ass stomach like fucking most men do. So somebody busted ass in the library. He threw up not one time, not two times, but 3 times in the library. Literally the nurse calls and she's like, you're going to have to come pick up your son because he just vomited 3 times in the library, like exorcist style all over the place. Why? He's not even sick. Some kid farted next to him and he said that it made his stomach feel bad. So I have to interrupt my day because some kid's got a rank asshole? That's a new kind of...
This has to be fake. This has to be parody.
That's some
There's
bullshit.
no way this is
like
genuinely being said.
Like an hour?
I think they know exactly what they're doing of like, let's make a provocative, engaging thing to get people to then go look up her OF. There's no way this is real.
Immediately because he threw up. He threw up because he has a weak stomach. What about the kid who busted ass so fucking bad that he cleared out an entire goddamn library? That seems like a problem. He seems like he should get some medical attention. Not my kid. Not my kid who's just got a weak stomach. Damn. It's not...
There's no way this is real. especially with the Wookiee sounds.
I'm gonna Kool-Aid man. I'm gonna Kool-Aid man through the side of the wall today. That's what I'm gonna do. Yep, I'm gonna do because
Yeah, no, it's full of shit. No way. Don't believe it. Clickbait. Clickbait. SPY, Qs, stalled out. The SPY tried to hit a new intraday high. It did. Quickly got smacked. The Qs came back up to their mid-range, and I'm still bleeding on this position that I just needed. I just was trying to get a scalp in so I could shut this down, and this scalping is going to be the end of my life. You know, it's going to blow out these 5 accounts. I'm going to get pissed off, and that's all she wrote, you know? It's going to make me particularly angry. It's going to make me particularly, come on, just pop up. Like, is it really that? I wasn't even being greedy. I just needed up a couple points. I just wanted to get in, get out, move on with my life, but no, we're not cool. We're not allowed to do that. Just pop. Net delta's going down, so that's going against me. That's sick. That's cool. That's fun. This is kind of like yesterday, where the whole opening session has just been like a lot of choppy crap. The only thing that's really moving, obviously, is crypto. We have coin moving, Mara, Riot, Bitcoin, Ethereum. So the crypto sphere is on fire. It is a hot tamale. Why are we getting so many spam accounts in Rumble today? Why is that happening? Hey, Matt. Are you currently dollar cost averaging into any stocks? If so, what? I am, but that's more of a Discord chat type of a question. We don't have the time or the reasoning. I mean, it's a full-fledged conversation of a longer-term investment. Come on, just pop. Just pop. Here's the net delta. What are we doing? We already went over the Rumble numbers. For those of you who missed it, Rumble short interest slightly upticking to 17.86. Utilization slightly upticking to 97. Almost at the max value of 100. If you want to do the trade that I'm about to blow up on right here, this Apex stuff, if you're interested in trying it out for yourself, they're currently running an 80% off deal, currently pinned to the top of chat. All right, what other breaking news are we missing? Someone dating someone. Big news, breaking news, people date. What is this? Hunter Biden arrives at Capitol Hill. Do you know, like, why? Can anyone explain to me why he's at Capitol Hill?
We could be seeing an arrival of Hunter Biden here any moment now. Jim Jordan just went through the main door. We're staking
What's
out,
this
obviously,
for?
position. He's expected in the next 8 minutes, so maybe this is him. All right, here he is. All right, Hunter Biden arriving on Capitol Hill.
Why is he at Capitol Hill? The laptop?
All right, didn't take any questions, answer any questions. Remember, you go back to the moment when Hillary Vaughn was able to stop him in the hallway. Let's listen here.
There's a series of cameras set up, so they'll just get the relays here, one after the other. And we'll see whether or not there's any commentary that's given. When James Biden testified, I think he went in at a similar time, 10 a.m. I think he was still there after 7 o'clock at night. So that's 9 hours, not including a lunch break. And here we go,
Hunter,
picking up
what do
the
you
other
hope to
camera.
tell the committee today?
What's the deposition about? Is this live? Is it is it open? Or is it a private deposition? As far as I've been able to work out, the Rumble spam accounts pushing Jim and sometimes soundproof curtains are from a place known as the Cat Boys Ranch, run by Con Inc., Daily Wire, Milo, and Nick. Well, that's annoying. I would wish they would stop spamming. Hunter's under investigation for taking money from Ukraine in the CEFC. It's closed door. Oh, I was going to say we should listen in and see what in the world's happening. This rotating mud art piece just sold for $8.2 million to an anonymous buyer. I would buy it. I actually think it's worth. The rotating mud art piece just sold for $8.2 million to an anonymous buyer. That's a steal. This thing is obviously worth 10 mil plus. so obviously worth 10 mil plus. 8.2 is a steal. Trust me, folks. I know a good deal when I'm seeing a good deal. 8.2 mil is a good deal on this giant rotating turd. It just really shows you how tough, like, financially the times are getting. Because back in my day, you couldn't get a rotating turd for less than 12 mil. You really couldn't. Tough economy right now. Real tough economy. Rotating mud. So silly. So silly. All right, are we missing anything? All right, don't see anything else. The SPY coming down, the Q's kind of coming down, but also not really moving. Bitcoin holding 61. What's moving right now intraday though? Let's go over the list. Let's look. Rum taking a bit of a hit. Hopefully find support at this 48 EMA. Tesla still looking to that upside gap fill at 206.77. Netflix trying to hold this breakout, looking strong, higher highs, higher lows. Meta trying to break out. A close above 488 would really interest me. Coin obviously exploding on just the enthusiasm behind Bitcoin itself. Microsoft mid-range, just waiting for the range to either break out or break down. Nvidia did pop, taking a breather. There's obviously a large downside gap fill to 688.88. Amazon, higher highs, higher lows, but it seems like it's losing a bit of steam. I want to see that close above 175, 176. What else do we have? Apple looking bad. I mean, lower highs, same lows. If 180 can't hold, I would look for a continuation to the downside there. Pelosi recently got into PanW. Her first purchase was back here on February 12th. Then she got merked, bought more here. So she's still underwater on it, but ever since this, it has a nice trend. Upside gap fill to about 360. I believe Snow is reporting tonight. Snowflake, SNOW is the ticker symbol. Looking strong. I mean, higher highs, higher lows, saved itself. Support at 211, pushing to the upside. What's AI? I believe this is C3 AI. They report as well. Definitely a volatile AI related stock. What else do we have? What are we missing? What are we missing? Can I check oil? Oil's looking real strong. Oil, higher highs, higher lows. It flipped the cloud, came down, retested, continued to pump. Oil's been looking good. I'm looking for the breakout and hold right above 80, and then this should really benefit XLE, which is obviously just the energy sector. Specifically, look at things like Exxon, look at things like Chevron, look at things like Occidental. These are all things that would benefit if oil does break out. What other things do we have? What else? That's kind of it right now. That's kind of it. Let's see. Wow, we're really not doing anything right now. Options delta still going down. Actually, the all expiration delta just hit an intraday low, and the 0DT, which is this teal line, is just still trending down. So some bearishness in the options market. Obviously, that can flip on a moment's notice. Speaking of a moment's notice, am I going to hit? Dude, I got close to getting blown out. Come on. It feels like every time I go over to look at this is when it does bad. Maybe I should just stop looking at it because it feels like looking at it is what makes it go bad for me. Or do I just take the loss now and then live to fight another day because the trade was stupid to begin with? Something to consider. Something to consider. All right. Well, the SPY's picking up right here. Higher highs, higher lows. SPY catching a bit of a bid. SPY definitely catching a bit of a bid. Oh, brother. I want to do something stupid. So I'm going to try to pull that off. Options. How stupid can I be? SPY. Trade options. How dumb can I be? Submit order. Done. All right. I'm trying to see if I could just scalp these rebates on public. So I just bought 75 SPY calls and I'm in at 30 cents. Can I just dump them now at 31 and just also get the rebate? Wait. 75. No. I need to do a limit order for all 75 at 31 cents. And take the rebate. So I'm gaining a cent. Submit order. Let's see if I could scalp that rebate. I already scalped the rebate. That's so sick. That's hilarious. And actually I did better than that because of the pop. Scalping rebates on public for the win. Scalping rebates. Arturo Hernandez, dare you to short AMC. Arturo, I remember your name. You're one of the like crazy fucking people who really likes AMC, right? Like you're one of the people who are like in the cult, or am I confusing you with a different Arturo? There's a lot of Arturos in my life, so sorry if you are. But are you one of the people who are still like drinking, like basically gargling Adam Aaron's balls, or is that a different Arturo? No, that's a different Arturo. You're just daring me? No, I'm good. I'd prefer just to not touch it. There was an Arturo, but I was gonna say I thought it was different because that Arturo had a different icon. Yours is green, and that Arturo was like blue or black. So unless you switch your icon, that's why I thought it was a bit different. But if that Arturo is in here, we'd love to chat. What was your cut of rebate? I mean, it's on the website right here. You get 18 cents per contract per trade. So for buying and for selling. So it's really 36 for the buy and the sell per contract. And I just did it with 75, which was sick. I mean, I could show it to you. How do I want to bring up the details of that specific trade though. How do I do that? How do we do it? I'm just trying to bring up my history. Where's my history? Okay, so I'll explain what I just did, and I just scalped the rebate basically. So right here, I got 75. I got 75 at what was the fill price? At 30.
Order filled.
So 30 each. Oh, the queues just hit. So that hit. So that means that
order canceled.
Sweet. All right, hang on one second. Let's just take care of that. So that hit. I made money on all 20 accounts. All the robots are off, but third day in a row that all 20 accounts made money, slowly but surely going up and up and up. All right. Do you want to save this? All right. So I'm shutting that down just so I don't tempt myself. Got lucky, but hey, sometimes it's better to be lucky than it is to be skillful. But to explain what I just did on public, so I got in at 30. And then I got out at 31. So I took that profit, but on top of it, I got even more order flow. 30, 31. So I made a cent on all of those. So $1. So I made 75. But then I also made this rebate 13 and 13. So another $26 from the rebate. So you can get in and out at the same price, and you would still be net ahead because of the rebate that public is giving you. They're the first options brokerage and the only options brokerage to split the rebate with you. But yeah, getting some rebate. And then if you want, let's view rebate. So thus far, I've made an extra $100 in rebate. And most of it was literally from yesterday and today when I just started scalping SPY for the rebate, like with the exclusive purpose of scalping that rebate. So I've been paid rebate 39 times, and you get 50% of the options order flow revenue to reduce your trading costs. So basically it gives you a buffer, or if you get in and out at the same cost on options, you're actually net ahead. So I plan on just scalping. Why not? All right, where are we at? SPX. Here's this thing. SPY going up. Q's going up. Oh, I would just love a bit more momentum. I'm not really in love with today. Not really in love with today. The 5 minute, the 10 minute, the 30 still battling. The 5 minute didn't even go over. The 10 minute to go over the 30, dude. The tech sector is weak. Yes, the 5 minute on the SPY is looking good, and the 10 minute is starting to look good, trying to flip the cloud right here. The 30 minute has not even attempted to reverse the cloud yet, and the tech sector completely behind. The 5 and the 10 and the 30 are still clearly red. So patience. Patience, patience, patience. Coin has stalled out. Tesla's picking up. Tesla might be going for that friend request. I can't get connected to the Discord. If you just signed up today, I need to update the database because it updates once a day. I can run it manually, so I will run it for you. Okay, well, hang on. All right, I'll give you guys a second. I'm pinning it up. I'm going to set a timer. So if you're in it today, because I know it could be frustrating to sign up for something and then you can't get in. You see how this is taking a second to apply? I beg you, if you're signing up, wait for it to actually apply. And then when you're signing out, like checking out, excuse me, make sure it's actually in there. Because if it's not applied, of course you don't get the free month then. So yes, I'll be a good guy. And if I see that you signed up and it didn't apply, I'll like refund it. Don't worry. But to make it easier so we don't even have to deal with it, make sure it's applied here. And then when you hit subscribe, make sure it's in your checkout. But anyway, if you don't want to wait for the random time during the day that the database updates, I'll manually run it in 5-minute timer. Here, I'm running it in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. All right, 5 minutes. Pinned to the top of chat. And this, if you sign up within the next 5 minutes, you'll have access in the next like 20 minutes. But anyway, the timer's running. I'm going to give you 5 minutes to figure it out. You just hit that button. Make sure Goonie is applied. I'm telling you, make sure it is applied. And it's, first month is free. Okay, so we have that. While that is going, I know you guys send in some things to react to. Here they are. JP Morgan CEO says, who cares about Bitcoin? A lot of people is the direct answer.
I could care less what Bitcoin trades for, how it trades, why it trades, who trades it. If you're stupid enough to buy it, you'll pay the price for it one day. I've also told people that it can trade at $100,000 before it trades to zero. Who cares about Bitcoin? The world economy is so big. We move, JP Morgan alone, these companies, $6 trillion. We move all this money, and Bitcoin in total is all these currencies are $50 billion, maybe $1 billion trades a day. And the other thing I've always made of Bitcoin, governments, and this is not a technological statement, governments are going to crush it one day. Governments like to know where the money is, who has it, and what you're doing with it. I could care less.
What a horribly bad take. The whole point is to get outside of the government controlling your money. I think he just doesn't understand. And he's not dumb. I think he's intentionally not understanding. Bend, Oregon, is this a bubble? So this is a $1.2 million house in Bend, Oregon.
This hilarious, disgusting little house is listed for $1.2 million.
2 beds, 3 baths, 1.2 thousand square feet.
Square feet. This place costs $1,000 a square foot. And what's hilarious is they're just putting them up all over the place. There's a whole nother row.
Well, that's not going to last.
So these cookie cutter little gingerbread houses are all going to have fences between them, which really is only going to give you 5 or 6 feet between your house and the fence. In an effort to create more affordable housing, the city says we need some higher density and we need smaller places put on smaller lots. I'll tell you right now, this is not the answer. Smashing all these 1,200 square foot places in here for $1.2 million each, having row houses here close to $1 million. All we're doing is cramming more and more unaffordable housing. It's honestly a joke to me.
The average person is not going to get that.
Buy one of these
Bend, Oregon's landlocked.
$1.2 million. You have basically no yard. The street doesn't go in front of your house, and you're not allowed to park in the alleyway behind it. So you basically only can park in the garage. But as you already know, these houses aren't being built for real people. They're being built for people to buy as second, third, fourth, fifth homes. Investment properties turn into Airbnbs, that sort of thing.
Well, Airbnb is also dying, so that's not going to happen.
$300,000-$400,000 a year to buy one of these. Make sure to follow if you like housing market doom posting.
Yep, that's pretty crazy. What am I doing now? Pumping my gas, fighting systematic racism, and saving lives. I'm protecting our democracy right now. I'm fighting for Ukraine.
What am I doing right now? I'm pumping my gas and I'm fighting systemic racism. and I'm saving lives. I will gladly pay more money for my gas as long as Donald Trump is not in the White House. If you have a problem with paying more for gas, then maybe you're just homophobic and you're a bigot.
Definitely parody.
You know, I'm protecting our democracy right now. And I'm fighting for Ukraine. What are you doing? You anti-vax conspiracy theorist? You science denier? What are you doing? Nothing! Nothing!
Nothing! Nothing! The only question for flipping your truck is, but did you have fun though? Oh, this is Brendan Schwab.
Starting emergency call to the SOS service provided by the manufacturer.
He's a little
to
dumb.
cancel, press the SOS or cancel button. Starting SOS call.
Yeah, he's a bit dumb. And he posted it himself?
It looks like you've been in a crash. My phone will trigger emergency SOS if you... SOS call not successful. SOS system will continue to retry.
Yeah, not the brightest bulb in the shed. All right, cool. Timer's done. So for the people who just did it, I will start the database update for all of you. And if you missed it, don't worry. I'll update it in a couple hours again manually, just so you don't. I get it. Like if you want to be there, you want to be there. So I will make it so you have to wait the most minimal amount of time. Let me load this. I just need to get the new members. Let me get all your names. By the way, thanks for signing up for your free month. That's incredibly kind of you. Incredibly kind of you. Export. Remember, I'm seeing some people that signed up and you didn't apply the Goonie code. Which, if you created an account and it didn't apply, you can still go apply it. If you just need to apply the code Goonie. I don't know how to make it more simple. If you signed up and you didn't apply it, you're not a premium member, which is AKA a supporter. If you're a normal member, the free option, you still get some stuff. But to upgrade for free, just go apply the code Goonie. Just go upgrade your account, use the code Goonie. It'll be free. But I'm getting all the new users right now. All right, what is this one? Out of control human race.
Right, we need to do. Right, hang on, let me get a bit of grip. Right, 3, 2, 1.
Best pool players I've ever seen. That's some quality pool. I mean, she's not wrong.
Tell me how you know your boyfriend won't cheat on you without telling me how you know your boyfriend won't cheat on you.
Hey, I'm going to bed. You coming?
Just a minute. I'm finishing here. You remember the other day where I was saying that I was bummed that these 332nd figures don't come with jetpacks because a lot of them had jetpacks in the show. I was able to cut the tabs off of a Jango Fett, which is kind of a bummer because obviously it's a rare figure, but I super glued the jetpack onto this guy and then put him on this floating stand, and now he has a jetpack.
Tell me how you know your boyfriend won't.
And now he has a jetpack. Hey, that's a win.
The border is closed. The border is secure.
The border is secure.
The only reason the border is not secure is Donald Trump and his MAGA Republican friends.
The border is closed. The border is secure.
Sure it is there, Tonto.
So
Sure
did
it
anyone
is.
else see this video clip of Nikki Haley?
Good voters in their 20s plan on having to work until they're 70.
They should plan on their retirement age being increased, yes.
Dude, the absolute set
on.
of cojones this bitch has to say this shit on national
Come
TV
on.
to a struggling nation is in.
We're missing the real impact of the video. Let's go, TikTok.
So did anyone else see this?
All right. Wait, it's a bit longer. Let me check in on the market. SPY pushing up. Q's holding its ground. Delta picking up. The net delta picking up right here. The net delta picking up. What are we doing today, SPY? What in the world are we doing? All right. The database. I'm downloading. What in the world? What in the world? Errors. Item not found. You don't tell me what's found. You're not my mom. Well, I guess you got an extra minute to try to figure out how to upgrade your account. Item not found. Did I break the database? Once again, this all comes back to, in my life, I'm the main issue. The biggest person hurting my life is me.
So did anyone else see this video clip of Nikki Haley?
Good voters in their 20s plan on having to work until they're 70.
They should plan on their retirement age being increased, yes.
Dude, the absolute set of cojones this bitch has to say this shit on national TV to a struggling nation is insane. Like, never mind the fact that a majority of us are out here struggling, right? Working 40 or more hours a week, living paycheck to paycheck, barely able to make ends meet and keep our heads above water. We can't even afford basic necessities like healthcare, a roof over our heads, or food. Never mind any of that, right? But now she's talking about raising the retirement age from 65 to 70 years old. And don't forget, the
When they
average
did
life
that in France,
expectancy
they
in the United
literally
States
ride
is
it.
77 years old, which means if something like this actually went through and was approved, you'd be out here bending over and taking life's big one until you hit 70, and then you get to enjoy life for maybe 7 years before you croak out. And that's best case scenario, okay? That's not even considering the possibility of you maybe getting something like cancer or Alzheimer's or any other debilitating disease that we're out here getting from things like our food and the environment around us. It's honestly a pretty evil genius move by our overlords, though, if you really think about it, because they don't ever have to worry about running out of money to pay us our retirement, because if they bump up the retirement age and bet on some disease or something like poverty to take us out, they're in the clear. Like, did people forget how in France, when they tried raising the retirement age from 62 to 64, the French people were trying to burn their fucking country to the ground?
The videos
Meanwhile,
were pretty
this
crazy
twisted,
about
diabolical political succubus is out here making outlandish statements how we need to move our retirement age in the U.S. from 65 to 70. And instead of people being absolutely batshit upset over it, instead, we're out here storming the gates at our local Targets to get the latest Stanley Cups. I mean, I swear, it's the audacity of these politicians, man. They're all like, hey, we see that you're out there struggling to make ends meet. Why don't you just go ahead and do that for an additional 5 more years? Fuck it. While us in Washington, we're over here on our knees getting $1 million loads just blown all over our faces. But hey, it doesn't matter because we're not going to do anything about it, right? You know you're not going to do anything about it. Evidently, I know I'm not going to do anything about it because we're Americans. And that's unfortunately what we do. We're going to be too distracted by whatever it is that we see on TV. Oh, look, Taylor Swift is at another football game.
Hell yeah, brother,
what's
she is.
Gypsy Rose up to? Squirrel.
I can relate with that. I can resonate with that. Q's kind of holding, Spy doing its thing. And it looks like we have... all right, trying to trigger this job for you guys to all get updated. Just trying to run it manually right now. It's producing. All right, we did that. Spy's looking good. Delta, not picking up as much as you would think it would, but Delta definitely going up, price going up. And that's all for the S&P 500. The Qs are a bit weaker, and I find this concerning. The Qs are just not catching a bid. Tesla, still paying attention to the upside gap fill. Bitcoin right here, still sitting at 61K, looking very, very strong. Excited about that. Can you look at MSTR? I mean, I can look at it, but it's going to look exactly like Bitcoin because it's going to move at a high correlation with Bitcoin. There it is. Breakout. right here, rip through it. Another breakout. I mean, it's just going to go with Bitcoin. All-time highs all the way up here at 1,312, which, I mean, if Bitcoin keeps pumping, it's going to quickly be there. I mean, on this one, you can pretty rapidly do the math of what it's worth because we know how much Bitcoin it holds. So this is basically equivalent to like a Bitcoin ETF at this point. It's not exactly that. A Bitcoin ETF like IBIT will have higher correlation, but you see that? You see how, like when I say MSTR daily, MSTR, right here, you see how it's basically the same look? Because they're basically tracking both with Bitcoin. IBIT is perfectly correlated with Bitcoin, like 99.9. MSTR, there's going to be a little less correlation, but see how it's doing the exact same thing? It's because they hold so much Bitcoin, that basically its market cap is going to be decided by the value of Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin goes up, MSTR will keep going up. If Bitcoin goes down, MSTR will go down. I mean, they have like what at this point, $12 billion worth of Bitcoin on the books. It's just ripping. So it is a Bitcoin ETF at this point. Well, and it's been that. I'm not saying that's a new thing. It's just that's what it's been. It's what it's been. It's what it's been. All right. I just kicked off the job to update the database. If you have any issues, basically, if you don't have access in the next like couple hours, email me, media@MatthewKohrs.com, DM me on Discord, DM me on Twitter, DM me on Instagram, and I will personally help you. But we'll get you connected today, so you don't have to wait till tomorrow. Pro tip, when you are syncing your Discord with your locals account, which you just do by like typing in your email and hitting the sync button, make sure you are logged into the right Discord. If you're logged into the wrong Discord, it will be syncing to the wrong Discord. And then you'll be like, why doesn't my right Discord have like the proper access? Make sure you are logged into the proper Discord. Pro tip. Pro tip, pro tip, pro tip. Pro tip, pro tip, pro tip. All right, we're doing that. We did the reacts. We're looking at the Delta. Delta dipping a little bit. Last week, we announced updates to option chain, high yield cash accounts, improvements, and charts. This week, we focus a bit on bots. Keep your requests coming. We're adding features and improving the experience every week. Expanded option chain. You want more options tradable on public? We've expanded the option chain to show more contracts on each symbol, adding 10,000 contracts across the platform. Keep your eyes out, even more contracts coming soon. Bond trading for all, bond liquidity scores, bond order. Okay, a lot of stuff for the bonds. Gotcha.
I'm just curious, do you have a forecast of where you see the Bitcoin price headed? And I'll give you a timeline, over the next 5 years.
Yeah, up.
I'm just curious, do you have a forecast?
I like that. I can appreciate that. Then Kick just went down the IRL streaming route, which was the worst thing you can imagine. Jinxie and Moist Critical discussed the downfall of Kick.
I love that take, to be honest, because at first, I thought Kick was interesting because, obviously they signed like Aiden, XQC, Bruce, Rage, all in the span of a couple months. So I'm like, bro, maybe it'll go down that route. But then it just went down IRL streaming route of just the worst thing you can imagine. Literally.
Goddamn shame, really.
Because I feel like it's pretty obvious, but any crime, illegal activity, let's not do that. I mean, even fist fights, I feel like, why are we even streaming this?
Exactly. Fights are cool, I get it, but every stream ending in a fight, it's no longer fun or cool.
Dude, does Moist Critical have a podcast?
Yeah, no, it's fucking, it's literally I think Kick's best play would be to fix that shit and create their own kind of culture. Because right now they have a culture, but it's just we kind of said.
It's the worst
kind
one.
Kind of ruined by what? Jack Doherty, right?
To be honest, because
we have this. All right. Database is migrating right now, almost done with the full manual process. But for those of you who signed up in time, the job is kicking off as we speak. Should be good in like 10 minutes. All right. Cool beans, cool beans, cool beans. Oh, wait, I wanted to see that. Mark Zuckerberg is so rich. Mark Zuckerberg is so rich. Mark Zuckerberg is so rich that he doubled every penny one day for a year. He would have that. Read that again. Yeah. Some facts right there. Dude, some of these videos. Just found my next realtor.
Guess what I had for dinner last night? Sleep. Please buy this shit. $288,000, but if you're working with me, I could probably get it for less. Starting off with a driveway. Where the fuck is the driveway? Right here, baby. I don't know if I consider this a driveway, though. More like a fucking sidewalk. If you have no friends, this is for you. 1,498 square feet. 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. Need to take that shit you've been holding on to on the drive home? Right here, baby. Got the kitchen right here. The dining room right here. Kitchen pretty dope, though. You like put couches here and shit. Let's go up the stairs. This is your closet for things that go in the closet. This is the place where she tells you every day, not today. Got the closet right here. This is kind of odd. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like in the middle of the room though. Ooh, and what is this? It must be the ensuite bathroom. Psych, bitch. Another fucking closet. Why the fuck? Whoever built this was definitely going through a divorce. Ginormous roof titty. Ensuite bathroom. You got your double sinks. Tub right here, a shower right here. Take a shit right here. Complimentary dog food. Look what's down the hallway. Your fucking kids. Holy shit. Isn't that fucking terrible? However, it does make it easier to yell at your kids. It is 11 o'clock. Go the fuck to bed! Demystify your clothes here. Walk-in closet. Great place to make SoundCloud music. Look, I said I can't lie. I admit it. If you don't buy this house from me, then I'm getting evicted. Third bedroom right here. Definitely not the biggest, but it definitely serves its purpose. That's not the first time I've heard that. Fuck you, Ashley. They said fuck this person's closet.
You,
I ain't
Ashley?
playing. Don't act like this ain't hard now. Stop playing. This is nice as shit. A lot of y'all sour booty butt motherfuckers don't know what this is. This the money shot right here. All that for under 300,000. Give me a call.
Literally the best realtor we've ever seen. I would actually truly trust that guy. All for 300,000. Best realtor in the game. That was awesome. All right. Stuff's picking up. Stuff's picking up, team. Is it picking up enough, though? That's the question we all have. That's the question we all have. That's the question we all have. Alrighty. Alrighty. What's happening? What did I just do? Oh, a position just got filled for me. Cool. All right. I'm going to drop that in the Discord, and we also have some other stuff popping off, but it looks like the S&P 500 is going from that gap fill to yesterday's close. High odds play. Any hoozle, folks, that's what I have for you right now. We will be posting content later on today. I would very, very, very much personally appreciate it if you could watch that video later on today, turn on your notification, and when you see it, drop a like, comment, start a fight with someone. I don't care what you do, whatever drives engagement. If you see my videos and you're like, dude, I know my boy Matt needs engagement, go in, find someone that has a comment that you don't agree with and fight with them. Be like, you are so wrong, it makes me cry. So that's just a tip for the content tonight. Then we're going to be streaming again tomorrow morning, bright and early. I hope to see you there. Have a great day. Make buttloads of money. Don't lose buttloads of money. Watch the videos tonight. We'll stream tomorrow and enjoy Texas Roadhouse. I appreciate you all. And don't forget, if you want to be in the Discord, it's free. Prices go up Friday, and it's pinned to the top of chat in the description of the video. That's what I have for you. Bye.